All right, hello everybody. Give me just one quick second. I made a critical error when I hit start streaming. So yeah, I need to just get this taken care of real quick. I just sent the stream to the wrong codes, addresses, whatever. But yes, I will get this taken care of right quick, and then we can get started. Also, congratulations on first plague, congratulations on second bob, and of course, we will be starting with the fuzzy hat. All right, also testing real quick to make sure that my mic can actually be heard on stream. I did not make all the necessary changes from recording to streaming today. Wow. All right, that's about enough waiting, I think. About enough. Let me go ahead and get things switched over. Hello, everybody. Up right, the ding dang hat. There we go. The ding dang hat. Okay. Hello, Omar. How am I doing today? I am busy. Never not insanely busy. But good. Busy is good. Busy means I'm doing things and I have a very interesting life, which, boy, howdy do I. All right, I'm gonna just take care of a couple other quick things. Um, yes, no, we're trying to get more things figured out. Um, Also, everything is up correctly now, right? Okay. I very, very foolishly uh, accidentally sent the stream just out to my channel, which set it up as like a just like a weird one-off stream that literally only had like my banner and my old banner at that. So, yeah, whatever. But we got that all figured out. I'm going to go ahead and cut the music right now real quick. Housekeeping, real quick. If you're over on YouTube, feel free to like the stream. If you're on vertical, we do have a horizontal available. And once we actually get over to the game streaming, there will be a banner right up here that will say so, in case you forget. Yes, so feel free to like the stream, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you're not new and just haven't subscribed yet. Right now we do have a fun goal to get to. We're trying to get to 650. Once we do that, I will play 1, 2, and 3 of kindergarten all in a row, all in one long form stream. So I think that'll be fun. I think that I'm good at puzzle games. I think I'm smart enough to pass kindergarten. So yeah. Once we move over to the streaming page, you'll see that I have a live count. That number changes with your subscription status. So if you want to play with that, then play with that, hopefully making it go up. Today, we are playing more YAGS. I think this will be the last one of this run. We officially are dating Jake. Yes, we learned about the terrible thing that happened at the frat house. That sounded real bad. We learned about our friend's terrible accident at the frat house. We're doing pretty good with our grades. We've made friends at Q&A. I think we literally have like a week or two. First take, no mistakes. That's how I do everything, right? Perfect. All right, cool. Well, I think without further ado, let's get on in this because I don't really have many updates from yesterday. I was punching away at essentially some stuff coming up on the channel. We have some cat videos coming up. Obviously some 60 seconds coming up. There might not be a video out tomorrow, but I'm going to really try. If anything, there will probably be 2 videos now a week moving forward. So I'll still have my regular Wednesday 60-second videos. But I think on Mondays, I might now have Monster Mondays, which you'll see. It's fun. All right, let's actually go ahead and get into streaming. All right, perfect. Load. Maybe. Which one was the last one? This one. This one has a further date on it. Okay, yes. Why did I save that separately? Okay, weird. But whatever. We do what we do. All right. And I'm going to turn on the music again. And let's get into it. Sunday, October 22nd, 2006. I was in I was in 6th grade for this. You wake up Sunday morning to a knock on your door. You look at Adam's bed, but it's empty. Must be at the gym or library or something. You open the door to find Jake, who smiles at you. Hi, Then he's kissing you. Wow, we started this like heavy. And pushing you against the wall. You somehow manage to push the door closed behind him. He breaks and blushes, his arms still around you. Wow, we just dove right in, out of the gate. Jake's coming in here. He's like shy, coy boy, and nope, not today. Not today. He's going for it. Mad respect to him. You dove right in. Yeah, well, technically I didn't. Technically Jake dove right in. Okay. He breaks and blushes, his arms still around you. Sorry, he tugs at your shirt and you look at him questioningly. Oh my. I did not expect this. Partially because, if anyone didn't know this, I know the creator. And I didn't expect him to write a scene like this for Jake. I have to imagine, this is just me predicting. I have to imagine that Adam's gonna come in. Before anything actually starts, that Adam's gonna come in. Or it's a dream. That has also already happened in this game. I, uh, I want you. I don't remember anymore. I guess we're gonna all find out together. He takes a step back from you and stares at the floor. Hang on, I'm gonna real quick make sure that I have censored. Okay, cool. Perfect. It's been too long. That's what she said. Take your shirt off. I'd like that too. I don't think I'm ready for that. Oh, we get to decide? We get to make the choice? I mean, yes, in a healthy relationship, you get to make this decision too. Just as a blanket statement. I obviously have been pursuing Jake. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm definitely like down to clown. We're good. Whatever. Let's get into this. But so this is surprising. Yeah, no. I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna do it. You pull your shirt off and Jake looks at you, needily. You move toward him, but he pulls off his shirt, staring at the ground, blushing. Adam's gonna walk in. I just know it. I just know it. You're beautiful. I want to see all of you kiss him. I like the kiss. You kiss him needily, your bare chest touching, which somehow only heightens your need. Ooh! You pull off the rest of your clothes and he follows suit. Sorry, I'm not. You shut him up with a kiss, and the two of you make your way to your bed. Okay, this is where my book abilities will come in. For those that don't know, I'm a narrator on Audible, and I specialize in this kind of content. Jake feels amazing, and neither of you last very long. Unsurprisingly, you guys are like, what, 18? The two of you lie together in bed afterwards, happy. And there was my amazing abilities. Oh, I guess this was not a dream. I guess not. I am surprised at this, actually. I didn't think that you would put this in for Jake. I thought it was. Yeah, because in Zags, I think he's still got the V card. I think he's still got the V card when he's dating what's his face that I can't stand. This is before I really internalized that Jake was Ace. There, Nate. Right, Nate. We don't like Nate. Everybody, we hate Nate. We don't like Nate. He pushes people. He isn't respectful of boundaries. We don't like Nate. That was a knock on the door interrupts him, and he looks at it. You reluctantly go to the door, opening it. No one's there. What's funny is the way that Bob writes that. I feel like I would totally do that, like just hop out of bed and go to the door and open it. But I feel like the way that Bob writes, he would definitely have put in that we like pull on shorts or whatever. Oh, this is a dream? Is it? Dang it! Confused, you turn back to Jake, but he's no longer there. There's another knock at the door, and you startle awake, staring at the ceiling. Your heart's racing, and the mess in your pants serves as a reminder of the dream you just had. Bob, you played me! Ugh. Adam, in his bed, opens an eye and looks at you. You climb out of bed and open the door. Jake's standing there. He looks at you apologetically. He knows. He knows. I'm not still dreaming, am I? Sorry, I just had a weird dream and couldn't fall back asleep. and felt like I needed to talk to you. Did he have the same dream? The image of Jake under you, moaning, pops into your mind, and you try your hardest to push it aside. I'm sorry, it's so early. You're all right. It is really. Oh, you're right. It is really early. Of course, let me get dressed quickly. Of course, let me get dressed quickly. Thanks. Um, Take your time. You quickly get dressed, then head to the student center with him. You take a seat at a triangular table. Jake sits next to you, takes your hand in his, and smiles. Sorry, I feel kind of stupid now. I just had this dream I was dating a guy, but he was all. He shakes his head. I hear a kitten that wants to get in. Come on in. I don't know. He wasn't you, and you've always been so patient with me, even though I know you probably want more, or to move faster, or something. He shrugs. So, thank you. Your dream from earlier is still fresh on your mind, and part of you is wanting that, for real. You feel a pang of regret that your time with Dan had to come to an end. For those that were not present for the other for the other three streams, Dan is someone from Q&A who we gazuntite, who we kind of started hooking up with. I do, but you're worth it. You're welcome. Okay. I actually don't know which of these is better. I do, but this is honest, and this is acknowledging. I'd rather be honest above all else. I do, but you're worth it. He smiles. Thanks. I'll get there with you. Breakfast? Buffet? You head to the buffet with them. You grab a plate of food and watch him devour a pile of pancakes, eggs, and sausage. Ooh, pancakes sound so good. You know what really sounds good? A Pop-Tart. I'm still on that from yesterday. He finishes a fourth cinnamon roll before sitting back in his chair. I don't know what else to eat. Hey. Nick walks over to your table. Hey. You disappeared so quickly this morning. Thought you were just going to the restroom or something. Jake shrugs. Just needed to talk. Nick nods. You okay? Jake smiles and holds your hand across the table. Yeah, I am now. Nick laughs. Man, if a month ago you told me you'd be holding Patrick's hand in public, I wouldn't have believed you. Jake jerks his hand away. No, it's a good thing, man. I'm glad you two are experiencing things together. It's good. Yeah. Anyway, I should go do some homework. Wish my laptop was working. The labs are weird to work in, but thanks, Patrick. I'll meet up with you after breakfast, Jake. Nick goes to grab food and Jake leaves for a computer lab. You return to your room. Adam is up, sitting at his desk working. Good morning. Carlos walks through the door. Hey, Chico, Patrick. I'm avoiding the house today. Lee and Ashley are around, and I think they want to get together with me again. I thought you'd be all over that, dude. Carlos shrugs. Are we gonna learn something? Are we gonna learn something of his own accord? I still feel the concept of twins a little strange. Last time didn't go so well. I suppose that's fair. Anyway, I'm gonna try to go to the hospital this morning to see how Elliot's doing. You two are welcome to come along. Carlos shakes his head. I can't do it. You should go though, Patrick. Maybe I should go running. You unlock your computer. Hey, Jake's doing homework in the lab. Was thinking of joining. Wanna come? Do homework in the computer lab. Go running with Carlos. Go to the hospital with Adam. I don't remember what we did before. I think we actually went running with Carlos. What should I do? Because either I want to give my full attention to, like, Jake and his group, but also, I mean, at this point, it really doesn't make sense because we've only really met Elliot, like, once in this entire run, so we aren't, like, close with him. Same thing, we've kind of been ditching Carlos, so it seems like that's the only real answer for us, is to go do homework. I feel like us not doing these doesn't give Carlos the opportunity that I know he gets in a different run. But we're not focusing on Carlos this time. So I think we'll go do homework in the computer lab. I'm meeting up with people to do homework, actually. Probably a good thing to do. You send Hannah a message while Carlos changes into running clothes. Adam grabs his coat and the three of you head out. I'll see the two of you later, I guess. You see a familiar face walking towards you. Oh. We don't like Nate, everybody. This is him. Boo. Boo, Nate. Patrick. This is my roommate, Nate. Ick. You introduce Adam and Carlos. Nice to meet the both of you. We're heading to breakfast. I'm gonna go see our friend in the hospital. Oh, my friend is there too. Got his face beaten in or something. Elliot? Oh, yeah, him. He shrugs. Give him my regards. Or whatever. I guess he wouldn't know either way, anyway. Sorry, excuse us. Dan and Nate walk towards the student center. I guess I'll go then. See you two later. Adam heads off to the hospital with when Carlos runs off. You head to the lab. Jake, Nick, and Hannah are already there working. Hey, Patrick. You take a seat next to Jake, and he takes your hand. Hi. I've almost got this debugged. How's the assignment coming along for you? You look at his code. You haven't started this assignment yet. I should start it. Jake laughs. Yes, you should. You work for a while on your... Excuse me. And this is why it takes me forever to read books. You work for a while on your program. You found a collectible. Programming notes, page 5. A page of notes from Intro to Programming class. After a while, Nick pushes back his keyboard. So I'm feeling like lunch now. You, Jake? Food! Excuse me, goodness. That little boy back there is sneezing and I'm coughing. Goodness, we're quite a house right now. Hannah laughs. Indeed. Buffet? Must we? Aw, come on, Nick. It wasn't so bad last time. I guess. The four of you head to the buffet. Another themed lunch? I'm kind of scared what British fusion entails. If we're lucky, it'll just be a lot of crumpets and tea. Tea! I bet they're putting tea in things. I'm not sure how I feel about that. You examine the buffet. Tea smoked biscuits. What does that even mean? That was my instant next question. Felicitations. Name that I cannot read, and therefore will not try to pronounce. But yes, smile, bigger smile, oh smile. I'm not sure if I should be horrified or impressed with that haggis and crumpet sandwiches. That's not even British, is it? Jake piles a plate high with a weird concoction. Hannah reads the sign. Oh, no, but if we had our friend from yesterday, who I definitely remember, they could tell us if it was British or Scottish. Oh no, black pudding wrapped Scotch egg pie with wasabi icing? Pie! That doesn't even look like pie. And what is wasabi icing? What is this place even doing? I think they're doing too much. That's what I think they're doing. Nick grabs a bowl of cereal. Hannah grabs some pizza. You find an empty table and mostly watch Jake eat. I still think we should stop coming here. But food. Jake, man, there's food elsewhere. That's actually food. At least their pizza's okay today. Soon you've all finished eating. I should probably do more work. Me too. I have to go table for Q&A this afternoon. Oh, I forgot we signed up to do that. Jake gives you a strange look. Well, I'll probably be in the lab, so come join us when you're done. We should play board games this evening afterward. They bid you farewell and head back to the lab. You head out to find Dan. Oh! That's right. Okay, I now understand the direction the story is going. So, last time, there was a Q&A, which for most of, like, America, I think is referred to as GSA. But there's a Q&A club here, and they have a, like, bake sale table. And we signed up, we were kind of forced to sign up to do it with Dan, who we were hooking up with before. Okay, juicy. And we just expressed feelings of wanting to continue hooking up with Dan. Oh, okay. Fascinating. Dan's already at the table talking to Liz. Hi, Patrick. Patrick! He gives you a hug. Well, I guess you've got things covered then. I have the shift after you, so you can just give me the money afterward. You can eat some stuff, but don't eat too much. Everything you eat is money that the AIDS Foundation doesn't get. Yeah, starving orphan kids in Africa and all that. Sure. I'll see the two of you in a couple of hours. She heads off and you and Dan sit at the table. You spend the next couple of hours talking and selling baked goods. Dan insists you try something and hands you a chocolate chip cookie that Liz B made. It's really good. Ashley and Lee walk up to the table. Well, hello there, girls. Oh, hi, Patrick. Friends already. That means you should buy more treats from us. You remember that the twins like brownies and offer them a couple. I do love brownies. You don't need any more brownies, Ash. We just made a pan. But it's for a good cause. We're giving AIDS to starving kids in Africa. What a way to say that. Or something like that. Helping find a cure for AIDS and maybe feeding starving kids in Africa? My favorite, like, total side tangent. My favorite, like, charity-related thing, line of dialogue, I guess, is in the show Santa Clarita Diet. Drew Barrymore's character gets caught doing something she's not supposed to be doing, and she claims that she's doing something for charity, and the person that catches her is like, oh, yeah, I'd love to donate. What's the cause for? And he hands her like $100 bill, and she's like, blindness. They want to stop it. And I feel like that's pretty on par with Dan's explanation of what they're doing. We'll take a couple. They buy 2 bags of brownies. Ashley opens her bag and eats one. Oh, these are good. You should come by again when we have our next sorority bake sale, Patrick. Try our brownies then. We'll save you some. And I'll make sure Ash doesn't eat them all again. I only had one last time. I'll make sure Ash doesn't eat them all, like she definitely has never done in the past. Anyway, thank you, and good luck raising money for, your kids or something. The twins wander off and Dan shakes his head. Sorority girls, eh? And twins, too? I wish I knew some twin frat guys that I could hook up with. That'd be fun. Just popping in to show some love. Aw, thank you. Huh, that's my sister. I always wondered what it would be like to watch twins have... it'd be kind of like doing it with yourself, right? So they know exactly what they like. I don't quite think that's how that works, but thankfully some other people walk up to buy goods and save you from that conversation. Soon afterward, Liz is walking back toward you. So, how was it? Good. He stretches. I think I'll go watch a movie in the Q&A room or something. Want to come along, Patrick? Alright, so this is... yeah. I know the correct choice. I know the correct choice. I want to see what both options do. Probably not in this run, but I want to see what both options do. Go find Jake, Hannah, and Nick for games. That's what we agreed on. I'm letting that one comment bog me down, though. I'm letting that one comment earlier in the game bog me down. Because just because we go... oh, wait. The other option is go back to your room. There was... my brain. I was like, oh, we could go watch with him. Nope, that's not an option open to us. I'm sure there was a way that we could have unlocked that option, but we've been so steadfast with Jake that that is not a thing. Okay, so in that case, I would rather go find Jake, Hannah, and Nick rather than do homework by myself. I have existing plans. Ah, sure. I'll see you around then. You head to the student center to see if they're around. Hey, Patrick. We were just about to get started. Diamant. Not Diamant. We haven't played Carcassonne in a while. Or Bonanza. Or we could play Diamant again. It's a good thing Patrick doesn't have a favorite game, or we'd be here forever. Unless his favorite game was Diamant. Then we'd still be here forever because I'd get Jake to stop bringing it. You wouldn't dare. What do you want to play, Patrick? Oh, Patrick does have a favorite. Oh, but not out of these three losers. Okay. Okay. I guess let's go with, okay, so I was just in Sylphrin's stream the other day where she explained how to play this, and it seems like a nightmare. It seems like legitimately one of the worst things that you would do to torture yourself. So let's go ahead and go with Carcassonne. Awesome. At least it's not Diamant. Hey! Meep. Beep beep. Jake sets up the game and you build cities for a while. Eventually, eventually you have the option to join up with a large city. You need to get 2 meeples joined up to get points. But it's potentially a huge number of points. Try to join the city. Concentrate your efforts elsewhere. Let's try and join the city. You attempt to join the city and manage to join a second meeple into it a little later. Unfortunately, the city doesn't complete despite you and Jake working at it. Nick ends up winning. Okay, Sara Sara. You win some, you lose some. Awesome. Stupid city. I think you committed too many meeples to it, man. You and Patrick both left you short elsewhere. I guess. I guess it's actually rather late. Dinner? Sandwiches? I like food. You give your student ID cards to Nick, and he leaves to get sandwiches. Jake moves to sit next to you. Hi. He leans against you and puts his head on your shoulder. Aww. Jake stiffens a bit. Quit, you guys. Ugh, y'all are ruining my game. They keep drawing attention to like the progress that Jake is making, and it's making it more difficult for him. Like you can acknowledge it afterward. Hold his hand, kiss his head, put your arm around him. I'm gonna choose this one because this was the wrong choice that I made this last week in real life, but I think it'll be the correct choice here. You put your arm around him and he stiffens even more. He moves and shrugs off your arm. Apparently that's a move I just shouldn't do anymore. I was hoping that would like reset my psyche on putting my arm around people. Sorry, this is nice, but I don't know. He doesn't sit up though, and his weight is nice against you. Nick soon returns with sandwiches. Food! They were out of most sandwiches, so it's ham for everyone. Or ham, I guess, or hams, I guess in Jake's case. Maple hams? Well, multiple ham sandwiches at least. Although, if we got him enough sandwiches, it might be multiple hams. Ham! The four of you eat in a comfortable silence. Soon the food is gone. It's kind of late. I should probably go to bed. Yeah. This was fun, though. Jake looks at you for a bit with an expression you can't read. Are you okay, Jake? He kisses you gently. He catches you by surprise, but you manage to catch yourself from falling off the seat. Aww. Shut up, Hannah. Jake breaks and looks at you breathlessly. Sorry. He takes your hands in his. Thanks. Thank you. About time. I feel like I would actually say this, but I think he would appreciate thank you more. He just smiles. Anyway, good night, Patrick. Jake reluctantly releases your hands. I'll see you tomorrow. Everyone heads back to their respective rooms. You found a collectible. Green meeple! A green wooden meeple. Its paint is starting to wear off. Adam and Carlos are there. Okay. Hey, Patrick, you missed a good movie. A weird movie. Weird, but good. I think they went to go see Inception, if I'm not mistaken. You unlock your computer. Patrick, you there? Yes, what's up? Not much. Just wanted to talk, I guess. I like talking to you. Yeah. You spent some time talking to Janet about life. Well, I should sleep. Probably a good idea for me too. Miss you, Patrick. Me too. Mwah. Crazy Cat Lady 2588 has signed off. I should probably head back to the house. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Yep. He heads back towards the house. I should probably get to bed as well. The two of you get ready for bed. Somehow you have a little trouble falling asleep. Monday, October 23rd. The week proceeds quickly. You realize that in the You realize in the busyness of your weekend, you forgot about a crucial assignment. Oh no. You play board games with Jake, Hannah, and Nick on Monday. You also have dinner with them a few times during the week. Janet, well, I can read. Jake also gets his laptop fixed, much to everyone's relief, especially Nick, who is getting tired of relaying his messages to everyone. Hannah and Nick seem to be doing well. Jake tells you he's really happy for them and glad all of you have each other. You think it's worked out really nicely. You feel like you're still pushing Jake too much in public. Yeah, I'm dealing with trying not to be abrasive. Wow, that was way too much. Trying to deal with not being abrasive in real life. So, you try your best. You try to be better about physical contact, but you just find him too hard to resist. You think he probably doesn't appreciate it too much. You don't see Dan around during the week and don't message him either. Adam spends most of the time studying in the room. You don't see much of Carlos. You mostly avoid the frat in favor of homework, which sounds like we might need it, to be honest. You still feel a little strange about going there on your own anyway. James remains busy, as usual, despite his show having ended. You feel like your only real option is to hit up Q&A meetings if you want to see him. Friday, October 27th, 2006. You walk out of class on Friday to snowflakes falling to the ground. An unexpectedly early snowfall. Weird. Sure. Unexpectedly early. I will point out I'm from Colorado, and the latest that we will ever have our first snowfall is Halloween. So, yeah, this is like teetering a late snow for me personally. A late first snow. You head back to your room. Adam doesn't seem to be there. You unlock your computer. Hey, dinner? Just the two of us? Maybe arcade afterward? That sounds good. The yard? Kind of like a date? Campus food is too normal. Sounds perfect. See you soon! You grab your coat and head... You grab your coat and head to the yard. Jake is already there waiting for you. Say no to drugs. Say yes to pizza. This is the most amazing thing, and how this is not something that Bob C. Games sells regularly still baffles me. Hi. He gives you a quick kiss on the cheek. I hope this place is okay with you. I've heard their pizza's really good. You head in with him and are quickly seated in the mostly empty restaurant. He orders a pizza with sausage, pepperoni, green peppers, olives, and mushrooms. Somehow it feels exactly his kind of pizza. He smiles afterwards, scooting his chair closer to yours and looking at you. This is why you wanted to come here. You wanted a safe, mostly empty place where you could broach physical affection in public. Okay, mixed opinions about that, but progress is progress, I guess. You look good tonight. Not that you normally don't. Sorry, I'm just nervous. This is kind of like our first real date. A giggle catches your attention, and Jake almost jumps away from you. How did I know who it was? The Liz and James are being led to a table. Hi, Patrick. Hi, Jake. Jake cringes. Aw, are you two this way, babe? Liz pulls Liz away toward the table. Bye, Patrick. James nods at the two of you before following them. That was interesting. Liz B returns to your table. Thank you. Whatever stage words you're about to have. Thank you. I appreciate you. Sorry about that. She's got no filter sometimes. Well, have a nice dinner. Well, other than that, this is nice. Those are our friends, who, by the way, are also queer. It's fine. Really, it's fine. He takes your hand under the table and seems to relax again. The food soon arrives, and you eat in a comfortable silence. He gets the bill afterwards. My parents keep worrying that I don't eat enough, so they sent me lots of money. I don't really understand that. I'm already on the meal plan, which basically forces me to eat 3 meals a day. He shrugs. You feel like you can relate to that. Yep. Don't worry, Jake. Our mom's really concerned about whether or not you're eating enough, too. Anyway, want to check out the arcade? We should play some Dance Dance Revolution. The two of you head to the student center. You find Hannah there playing pinball. Oh, hello. Oh, hi, Jake. Patrick. Did you have a nice date? Jake blushes and Hannah laughs. I take it that's a yes. I assume you're here for DDR? Dance with me, Patrick? I'll put you on an easy song. Patrick's played before with me. Oh, even better. You join Jake and play around. You find it easier than last time. You play a couple rounds with Jake while Hannah watches. I feel like having stuff like DDR, like on campus in dorm rooms, would really help stave off like the freshman 15. Just saying. You play a couple rounds with Jake while Hannah watches. Having decided you've had... Oh my goodness, yes. I will say it is sweat-inducing. Having decided you've had enough, you stand with Hannah and watch Jake play. He's really good and works up quite a sweat by the end of his rounds. He steps off the pad, panting. That was good. Get some water, Jake. He nods and walks off toward the water fountains. I don't know how he does it sometimes. The arrows just stop making sense to me after a point. Want to do a round of easier stuff? You and Hannah play around. Jake returns in the middle of it with wet paper towels, laying them on his neck. Oh, this song is awesome. Good choice. He watches you finish and gives you a suggestion for a last song for the round. This is going to be something terrible where we both fail immediately. No, probably not. Maybe. Hannah shrugs. I guess we'll try it. You do, and you both fail. Immediately. Sorry, I guess that isn't as easy as I thought. Hannah laughs. Yeah, well, you're crazy. How about some foosball? You and Jake play Hannah in foosball. Even with 2 people against her, she still manages to win consistently. You play foosball like I play DDR. Hannah laughs and scores another goal. Well, yeah. Thanks. You two aren't bad, though. You play another few games. I think I want to go dance some more. Sure. I kind of want to watch this. You and Hannah watch Jake play another few rounds of hard songs. Ooh, hello. Thank you for subscribing. Shiz? I take it that's good? I'm often terrible with people's names. Thank you for that. And because we just had that, this seems like a great opportunity. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to like the stream. Also, feel free to subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you're not new and just haven't subscribed yet. Once we get to our goal of 650, I will be doing a long-form stream of all 3 kindergarten games all together at one time. So, that'll be fun. Also, if you want to play with the screen, I guess, a little bit, if you're on the horizontal version, this number right here, you might have noticed it went up. It changes with your subscription status. If you're on the vertical, it's this number right here. Yes. So, some fun there to be had. Also, for everybody that is watching over on Twitch, there isn't a way for you to let me know that you're liking what you're seeing, except for to follow. And if you're feeling like doing something other than lurking, feel free to just say hi or lurk. We love lurkers here. He stumbles away to get some water afterward. Yeah, that's crazy. She shrugs. Jake returns a little bit later with a bottle of water and some more wet paper towels. I'm probably done for the night. Yeah, I should probably head back and get at least some homework done tonight. I really want to shower. I'll see you two tomorrow. Hannah leaves, but Jake hangs behind for a bit. This was a really nice evening. Um, sorry it wasn't really that fun for you. We can do something you like next time. What are you talking about? This was, yeah. What are you talking about? This was fun. Oh, that's good then. Did you think we just were going along with the night? Like, no, we had food that was food. We got to hang out together and with one of our friends. Like, this was good. Though maybe standing there and watching me play wasn't a particularly good date event, although you did pretty well yourself. No, I was watching someone that I love enjoy the thing that they enjoy doing. That can be very fun. Anyway, he looks around the room. Seeing it mostly empty, he kisses you, softly at first, then more forcefully. He's still sweaty, but it's amazing anyway. He breaks and smiles at you. Sorry, I'm probably really gross right now. But I just, couldn't resist. You're pretty sure you wouldn't mind if Jake threw himself at you right now. But, good night. He heads back to his room and you head back to yours. You found a collectible. DDR Red Arrow stickers. It didn't let me see a description. Yep, it just jumps. Okay, well, whatever. That's fine. Adam is there studying. Hey, Patrick. Hope you had a nice evening. You unlock your computer. Patrick, how was your day? Hey, not bad. It was date night. Details! You tell her about the pizza and arcade afterward. That sounds nice. Even if you had a third wheel afterward. I think it was fine. Hannah's fun too. I guess. So how are things otherwise? You talk to her for a while. Soon she's headed to bed and you decide you should as well. Saturday, October 28th. You wake up Saturday morning early enough again that you could make a Q&A meeting. You're kind of curious to see if Dan pulled together something for James's birthday. On the other hand, you could use the opportunity to get a head start on homework. I mean, obviously. You quietly get dressed as not to wake Adam and head out. You stand outside the Q&A room again, listening to the sounds of people inside. You feel your nerves again, even though you've done this before. Just as you steel yourself and are about to walk in, you see Dan walking down the hallway. I'm sure he's going to be decked out in something horribly inappropriate. Oh, okay, never mind. I rescind that statement. Patrick. He's holding a large box. The box contains something terrible. Ready to help me make James's birthday special? Hell yeah, birthday celebrations are awful. I'm not sure he would appreciate a big thing. I feel like if someone came up to me with the kind of energy that Dan has, I would really say this. But also, I feel like he wouldn't appreciate that. A big thing, eh? Oh, I bet he'd appreciate that, Dan. But, he sighs. I mean, I know you're right, but still. It's weird, because normally I wouldn't care, but, I guess you usually make sense. I guess we'll save this for later, then. Is he gonna pull out some sort of, like, big inflatable something? You and Dan walk into the room together. Okay. James is sitting on a couch studying some papers. Liz and Liz are talking to some guy on the side of the room. It's otherwise full of people you don't know. Dan clears his throat and everyone looks at him. Oh no, Dan. I just wanted to say that I got a card for Elliot. He pulls an oversized "Get Well Soon" card out of the box and sets it on a nearby table. It would be great if everyone could sign it. I'll also take donations to buy him a giant stuffed penis or something. Liz B shakes her head, but she and James both look relieved. You think Liz G looks a tad disappointed, though. You sit with Dan on an empty couch. Well, that went well. We'll do the fun stuff later, I guess. Liz calls the meeting to order and proceeds uneventfully. Soon it's over and most of the people file out. Don't forget to sign the card! He plops down next to James, and you sit on James' other side. The Lizzies sit on the arm of the couch. So, I got some stuff for your birthday. He opens the box and pulls out some party hats and party blowers. But Patrick convinced me you wouldn't really enjoy that. But it's just us now, so, He tosses out hats and blowers to everyone. Penis-shaped blowers, because what other kind are there? Liz G puts her hat on and happily blows the blower. Liz B shakes her head, but puts on the hat. James looks at him more amused than upset. Good. Aha, I knew it. I knew you actually would appreciate this. Fewer people is better. Dan pulls a cake out of the box. It has an edible photo featuring a shirtless Ryan Gosling on it. That's never a bad cake option. Just blanket statement, that's never a bad cake option. I save the pecs for you, Jameson. Unless you're more of a bicep kind of guy. He pokes James' arm. I mean, you are, but on other guys. James pulls his arm away. Thanks, Patrick. And thanks for the celebration, Dan. Well, I don't mind some cake, shirtless guy or not on it. I'll cut you his crotch. Dan cuts slices of cake for everyone. He gives James a large horizontal slice from the middle, with most of the chest. Liz G giggles and James shakes his head, but he does actually seem to appreciate the effort by Dan. It shows that in his own way, he really cares, which is always nice from any friends that you have. So I should probably get going. She looks at you and Dan. No segs. Relax, the condoms are gone. That doesn't... Also, what you did for Elliot was really nice. But you probably shouldn't buy him a stuffed penis. Stuffed dolphin, then. That would be cute. Because you can totally do it with a dolphin. Goodbye, Dan. She leaves and Liz slides down next to Dan, wrapping her arms around him. Isn't that true of most animals? Sexy time? Dan shrugs. Probably, although many of them probably wouldn't like it. I wonder what animal is the most phallic shaped. Snake? I'm not sure that would be good to put in your rear, though. Well, excuse me, not all of us like it that way. Okay, or the other. She shrugs. That's probably true. We turning you on, Jameson? James looks from his paper, obviously trying to tune out the conversation. Do you want snakes? Liz G giggles and James returns to his paper without answering. Anyway, I should probably go too. They leave and you head back to your room, leaving James to his papers. You found a collectible. Cake slice. A slice of chocolate cake with half of Ryan Gosling's face on top. Sure. We'll call it a profile. Adam is awake, sitting at his desk working on a paper. He greets you as you enter. You sit at your own desk. You unlock your computer. Good morning. Homework now, but maybe games this afternoon? Let me know if interested. There's a knock at the door and you open it. Let me guess, Carlos? Carlos walks in. Hey, Patrick. Hey, Chico. Hey, what's up? Carlos sits on his bed. On your bed. I was like, Carlos doesn't have a bed here. It's too cold to run, and I didn't really know what else to do. You could do homework. Yeah, right. Well, we're doing homework. Boring. Adam shrugs. Suit yourself. What's the point if I'm switching majors anyway? Carlos flops down on your bed. I think I'll take a nap. Adam sighs, and you can tell he's frustrated, but he doesn't say anything else. Adam's right, you know. What major are you thinking of switching to? Say nothing. It neither benefits us nor would hurt us to engage this conversation. Regardless, I think we're going to make the choice not to engage. You get another message from Jake. Hey, actually, can we talk? What the hell? Boy, you can't just... I know this is your first relationship. You can't just say, can we talk? It instantly denotes negativity or seriousness. Which doesn't have to be a bad thing, but the frowny face makes it not good. Of course, are you okay? Yeah, just need to talk. Is Adam there? Yeah, and Carlos. Student center? Sounds good. See you there. You bid Adam and Carlos farewell and head out. I guess I'm glad that I decided not to engage. Otherwise, I might have missed that message. You find an empty table in the student center. Jake arrives a few minutes later, taking a seat next to you. Hey. He leans against you cautiously. Sorry, I just, Pat, put an arm around him. Hold his hand. Hold his hand. I'm done with putting my arm around people. It's choosing to be a terrible, terrible thing for me, no matter which way I go. He holds your hands tightly and smiles. I feel like I should apologize for moving so slowly with things, or whatever. Jake, I feel like you're focusing on this a little bit more than we are. Just saying. He stares at the table. Well, I guess I never thought I'd have a boyfriend because I always felt like I'd be too scared to tell anyone. But all of you have been awesome. Especially you. I've always, this is gonna sound really presumptuous, but I've always felt like I wouldn't date anyone I couldn't see myself marrying. Jake. I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna let this conversation just pan out. That's okay. I'm gonna just let this pan out. I know it's only been a month. Thank you for acknowledging that. But I don't want you to feel like I'm expecting anything to come out of this. But I really like you, and I hope this keeps working. Yep, that's what happens when you go and move about through a relationship. Yep, thank you. I'm not mocking. This is a good conversation. I've definitely had conversations where I'm just like, hey, everything's going fine, and I want it to keep going fine, and I love you. I've had that conversation many a time. And maybe one day we'll get there. But you're also the first person I've ever kissed. And I don't really know where I'm going with this. I feel... Okay, so where you're going with this is going well. I want it to keep going well. I love you. That's all that you need for that. Thank you. I'm not concerned about the steadiness of the relationship. Just me, but whatever. I feel sometimes like I'm being unfair to you, though. That's something that you're putting on yourself. And if you end up doing anything you're uncomfortable with because of those feelings, then it would still ruin it. It would still make it not fully like your choice. You're coercing yourself into doing something you don't want to do. With sex. He blushes and stares at the table. I don't... It's not that I wouldn't want that, but, I don't know when I'll be ready for that. But I really like spending time with you, and, kissing you. And you've been really patient with me, so I just wanted to apologize. We'll do it when you're ready, and only when you're ready. I like you. I won't lie, it's been a little frustrating, but I think you're worth it. Not sure how I feel about waiting indefinitely. Not that one. This person is not a good person. I mean, everybody has their own limits and things that are important to them. I don't feel like this is someone that I would want to date myself. I won't lie, it's a little bit, but this is honest, and that's always good. For me, I don't particularly care. And granted, I'm also not playing this as an 18-year-old. I'm playing this as a 30-year-old. But yes, that means a lot to me. I like you too, a lot. But I do, he turns red. I want to try some things sometime. Oh! Whatever you're comfortable with, and whenever. Always. Certainly wouldn't mind that. Yes, please. I feel like with this specific conversation in the direction that it is, the first response is the best. That's nice. Thank you. I should probably do homework, but I'm not really feeling it. DDR? The two of you head to the game room. This is a game where you use your feet. You should try some harder songs this time. You did pretty well last time. You play a few rounds with Jake. You do indeed do better. You trade off rounds with Jake afterwards to get a break. Turns out it's actually a pretty good workout. Yes, it is. Jake stumbles off the pad, sweat dripping from his forehead. Sorry, I'm disgusting. Be right back. He disappears in the direction of the restrooms. You sit in a chair waiting for him to return. Nick and Hannah walk into the game room. Hey, Patrick. Been playing DDR, I see. I assume Jake is off getting cleaned up. Nick shakes his head. I don't know how you all play it. You just have no hand-foot coordination. I barely have any hand-eye coordination. Is that really so surprising? I guess that's also true. I've seen your handwriting. Jake walks back in, wiping his forehead with a wet paper towel, with another on the back of his neck. Oh, hey, got sick of studying? Hannah wanted to get out of the dorms and do something. I figured I'd come watch you two. Didn't realize Patrick was here, too. You go ahead. I'm gonna sit for a bit. Come on, Nick. Hannah drags Nick onto a machine and then plays a song. Nick fails miserably. Told you. Try something easier. The second song doesn't go any better. Okay, maybe you are just bad at this. Patrick, take over for me. You finish the round with Hannah. You, Hannah, and Jake trade off for a while. Getting a break every now and then feels really good, although you like the workout you're getting. Jake stumbles away to the bathroom again a while later, and you sit with Hannah and Nick. You two are adorable. You're adorable. Aww. She kisses him and he makes a face. Okay, I was like, makes a face. That could mean anything. You're salty. Yeah, I'm probably sweaty. Well, you're still adorable. Hannah laughs and pats his head. Well, thank you. You are too. But seriously though, you two are adorable. Have you, done it yet? Hannah! What? That seems really personal. It is! Have you two done it yet? Jake walks back into the room with more paper towels. Hey, what'd I miss? Nothing. Lunch? Buffet? Buffet. Nick grumbles but follows the rest of you upstairs. You found a collectible. DDR orange arrow stickers. Is there really a description this time? Yes. Sticker featuring a DDR arrow that's mostly orange. Mostly. Food! Well, at least it's not another themed lunch. This pizza looks raw, and this one looks completely blackened. Cereal time for me. The four of you find a table and watch Jake devour plates of food. Jake soon finishes. Well, I'm gonna go do more homework. Yeah, I probably should too. We'll see you later, Patrick. Hannah and Nick leave for their rooms, while Jake follows you back to yours. Adam and Carlos are gone when you return. Ooh. I want to kiss you, but I'm probably still gross from being sweaty. I don't care. He makes a surprising noise before he wraps his arm around you and kisses you back. He's a little salty, but mostly tastes like pizza. Not a single part of that sounds appealing. You can feel him against you, and you're sure he can tell how turned on you are, too. He breaks, breathing heavily, and lays his head on your chest. Can we, lay in bed? Lay on the bed. You lie down on your bed and he joins you, head on your chest and arm around you. You wrap your arms around him and hold him against you. He feels really nice. Aww. Can I, lay on you? You pull him on top of you. He makes a surprising noise. Then lots of smaller noises. Okay. Both of you are really enjoying it, and he nuzzles into your neck. That's really nice. Okay, now we're starting to get some action going between us. Is that okay? More than okay. Maybe just snuggle for now? I don't know where Adam is. I don't know what Adam's doing right now. Actually also curious. If we did this, would it make Jake feel more confident about the fact that he wants to take things slower? Maybe just snuggles for right now? He nods gently, it slides off you. That's really nice too. Okay, that could have gone two ways. Like, one is the reaffirming of, like, I'm fine that we're going slow, and I care about our relationship. And then the other way was, like, he was trying to make an effort, and we reject him. And I'm glad it was the first one. You lay there for a while holding each other. You feel like you're drifting off to sleep. You're jolted back into reality by the sound of the door opening. Also a smart choice because I felt like Adam was probably going to come back, and if we were doing anything, it would have, like, scarred Jake irreparably. Jake stiffens in your arms as Adam walks in wearing his gym clothes. Oh, hey, Patrick. Hi, Jake. You imagine Jake is blushing furiously right now. I was just going to go grab a shower. You two should join me and Carlos for dinner later. He heads to his dresser, pulling off his shirt and pants, and grabs his towel and toiletries. He seems to pause for a bit, thinking, before heading out the door. Thinking about what, sir? See you in a bit. Maybe. Adam. Wingman Adam. Does Adam usually leave clothes everywhere? Yes. Yes, he does. He is that kind of roommate. I have no room to talk. You laugh, looking around at the random artifacts of articles of clothing around the room. Pretty sure that's not what he wanted to ask. You kiss his forehead. He's blushing. I should probably go anyway. I really do need to get some homework done. Do you want to come work with me, or are you going to go to dinner with Adam and Carlos? Go do homework with Jake. Work with you sounds nice. Awesome. I have to stop at my room to grab my laptop. Want to meet up in the library? I'll see what Nick and Hannah are up to. Jake, we don't need Nick and Hannah for like every interaction that we have. Just saying. But okay. He leaves and you gather your things and head to the library. You start reviewing some data structures. Soon Jake and Nick walk up. Hey, Patrick. Hannah's doing laundry, but she said she'll join us later. The three of you spend the rest of the afternoon studying and doing homework. Hannah joins a little while later. Soon you look up at the clock and realize it's time for dinner. Judging from the expression on Jake's face, he has as well. Fries? Oh wow, it's late. I could have a burger. I'll go. Nick disappears with your cards and soon returns with a bag of burgers and fries. You got me fries. They're sea salt. What? Boring fries? Nick laughs. Dude, you like normal fries too. Jake shrugs. But their fries are normally more interesting. Hannah tries a fry. Okay, these are definitely not just salt. They taste like fish. It's sea salt fries. Sea salt fries. Got it. The sign said sea salt. It was probably sea and salt. He tries one. Ew! I think they left an awful lot of sea in their salt. Fishy fries! Jake eats all of the fries, and the rest of you watch him while eating your burgers. Soon you're done eating. Games? I'd love to, but I really should get this homework done. And I still have to do laundry. You figure you should probably be heading back to your room as well. Aw, okay, maybe tomorrow then? For sure, man. The four of you pack your bags to leave. He kisses you quickly on the lips. Hannah squeals and Nick shushes her. I'll see you tomorrow. The four of you part ways and head back to your rooms. You found a collectible. Program notes, page 8. Page of notes from Intro to Programming class. I don't know how many of those we have at this point. I think we have to be getting pretty close to all of them. Adam's there when you arrive, reading a textbook and wearing headphones. He nods at you as you sit at your desk. You unlock your computer. Patrick, I think I screwed up my audition. Guess you're not there. Teacher's gone Monday. So they asked if I could do today instead. Sorry, Tom's here. We'll talk tonight. Crazy Cat Lady 2588 has signed off. You guess she's not back yet. You browse the internet for a while until you see Janet appear. Hey, I got the part. You were worried for nothing. Wow, that sounds familiar. I know. It's a small part, but still. So excited. Congratulations. You talk to her for a while about life. Soon you decide it's time for bed and you bid her goodnight. Sleep comes easily. Sunday, October 29th. Sleep comes easily is at the end of almost every day. I'm curious if there's a path we could take where like we are overdoing it and we do not sleep well. All right, Sunday, October 29th. You were woken up by a knock at the door. Adam rolls over and looks at the clock. All right, well, Adam is here, so this is not a dream. It's not even light outside yet. This had better not be you, Carlos. You roll out of bed and open the door. Hey, Patrick. Adam groans from his bed. Dude, it's barely 6 a.m. But the hospital is open. But the doctor probably isn't in yet. You don't want a nurse to do it and slice off your arm, do you? Oh, he's getting his cast off. Wait, does that actually happen? Adam rolls over in bed. As far as you know. No fair, Chico. Not all of us are Dr. E like you. Adam throws his pillow at him and curls up in his sheets. Sleep. We'll go in a bit. A short bit? The longer you keep me awake, the longer that bit will be. Fair enough. Carlos sighs and lays down on the floor with the pillow. Fine. You manage to fall asleep again pretty quickly. Still, Sunday, October 29th. You wake up again a few hours later. Carlos still seems to be asleep on the floor. Adam's sitting at his desk reading. He notices you're awake and nods before returning to his book. Wake Carlos up, let him sleep. Let him sleep. You lie in bed staring at the ceiling. Eventually, Carlos makes a weird noise, then sits up. Chico, wake up, let's go! He looks over at Adam's empty bed, then Adam, who is trying to stifle a laugh. Ha ha. Que divertido. Right, I said that perfectly. He stands and stretches. Let's go get this off me. Adam closes his book and sets it down. I've been meaning to go see Elliot anyway, so why not? Mi sa casa del quicio chico. Slayed it. Said it perfectly. Coming, Patrick? You quickly get dressed and follow them out the door. Oh, we don't get an option here. Okay. Carlos checks in and is directed to a waiting area that smells like rubbing alcohol. He takes a seat in a chair that looks like it was recently cleaned. Is this going to hurt, Chico? Like nothing you've ever experienced. Dude, they're removing a cast. But it involves power tools and blades and stuff. They can't cut your skin. If you're really worried, ask them to put a guard in first. Carlos shakes his head. You're going to be a terrible doctor. Hey, I haven't taken my oath yet. Carlos pats the seat next to him. Want to wait with me, Patrick? I'm probably going to go see Elliot. Wait with Carlos. Go with Adam to see Elliot. Probably will just wait with Carlos. Take the seat next to Carlos. I'll see you too. He heads off to Elliot's room. I've been waiting so long to get this thing off, and now I'm kind of terrified of it, Patrick. It's fine. They do this to little kids, you know. Don't be such a wimp. It's fine. They do this all the time. That's true. I guess it couldn't be all that dangerous, or whatever, if that was the case. That makes me feel better, actually. Thanks, Patrick. You watch the TV for a while. It's showing some news program that seems to be nothing but overblown hype. Carlos drums his fingers nervously. Soon they call Carlos's name and he stands. Come with me, Patrick? I was hoping Adam would be back, but I guess he's studying Elliot's vitals or something. Go with him. Wait and wait. Go with him, sure, if we can. Yeah, why not? The nurse looks at you strangely as you follow them into a room, but doesn't comment. You're taking off a cast. I don't think I need to be family to be present for that. After a short wait, the doctor walks in. The procedure is done before you know it. Look at that, and his arm's right back to normal. Carlos is staring at the opposite wall, trying desperately not to look at his arm. Patrick, tell me when they're starting. They're done. The doctor laughs and tells Carlos the last x-rays looked fine, but to avoid excessive strain for a while. Carlos flexes his arm tentatively. Okay, that was easy. Let's go, Patrick. The two of you make your way back to the waiting room. You found a collectible. Cast bandage. A small piece of the bandage that formed Carlos's cast. It smells funky. Yep. This feels so good. My arm is so light now. Yeah, that's called atrophy? I mean, on top of not having plaster attached to it, but... He swings his arm around and almost hits himself in the face. I guess I'll need to get used to that. Adam runs into the room. Hey, Chico, look, it's done. Dude, Elliot's awake. I think he recognizes me. What? The three of you rush into Elliot's room. Elliot's sitting up in bed, a gaggle of nurses surrounding him when you walk in. One of them tries to push the three of you out of the room, but Adam insists and she relents, telling you to stay out of the way. The three of you are standing in the corner against the wall. Elliot's eyes track you, and he smiles when Carlos waves at him. Dude! You hear that? Ooh, hi. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put this bad boy over here real quick. Alright, no more distractions there. You hear that his parents have been contacted, but are secretly thankful that they're not here yet. Soon the bustle subsides, and a lone nurse remains. performing some more basic tests. Elliot keeps trying to speak, but she hushes him and tells him they'll need to take the breathing tube out first. Oh, yeah, that's probably smart. The three of you crowd around the chair by his bed. Elliot, dude! Do you know who I am? Elliot focuses on Adam, brow furrowed. Then he nods, trying to speak again before giving up. Adam points to Carlos. Do you know who this is? Elliot nods again, the look on his face almost hurtful this time. Are you in pain? Elliot shakes his head, eyes remaining fixated on Carlos. The nurse pushes you out of the room, saying that Elliot has to rest. The three of you stand in the hallway, peering back into the room. Elliot seems to have fallen asleep again. Dude, he hates me. What? Why would you say that? You saw the look on his face. I'm the reason he got beaten up. But Robert's the reason he got beaten up. Carlos slides down the wall, sitting on the floor. You and Adam sit on either side of him. He was defending me. Dude? He was defending me because he knew I had a crush on him. Wait, what? There's a silence. Carlos stares at the floor. I'm gay, Chico. Then he laughs. I can't believe I just did that. Adam just stares at him. Carlos shakes his head. I knew it. You hate me. No? He's angry now. Carlos, don't you dare say that. Don't you ever dare say that I hate you. Don't you ever dare think that I hate you. You're like a brother to me. You're my best friend. I love you. He sighs, leaning back against the wall. I'm, hurt, I guess, that you didn't tell me sooner. Adam, don't make this about you. It's not exactly something I've told anyone before. The expression on Adam's face softens. Dude. You feel like an awkward third wheel. Yeah, we have not been a part of this storyline at all this run. You know I know that Patrick's gay. You know I don't care. I know, I just... He shakes his head. What, you thought it was different? I don't know. He looks at you. You know what it's like, Patrick? Yeah, I do. But he's told you now, Adam. Yeah, I do. I get it. Adam sighs. You're right. I guess I just couldn't understand. Yeah. And that's perfectly fine. And thank you for being a big enough person to say that. But, I'm glad you told me now. He puts his hand on Carlos's shoulder, turning him toward him. But dude, I don't care. It doesn't matter. He pulls him into a hug. Carlos is crying now. Oh, you're still my best friend. And I'm sorry about Elliot. A quick shuffle of footsteps catches your attention, and Elliot's parents walk past you and into the room. You notice the look of disapproval they give Carlos and Adam. Carlos forces Adam's arm off him and leans back against the wall again, sniffling. Did you see that? See what? The way they looked at us. Carlos shakes his head. That's how my parents would look at me if they knew. Dude. Don't dude me, Chico. I don't know. You don't know what it's like. It's easy for Mr. California. You're straight and it wouldn't matter if you weren't. Adam's silent, looking between the two of you. He has a point, bro. Carlos sighs. My cast is off. Let's go. Elliot needs his rest anyway, right? Adam nods, wordlessly, standing. The two of you follow him down the hall and back to campus. I'm going swimming. It's like 5 degrees out. So call me an ambulance and treat me for hypothermia. I'm coming with you, dude. Fine. You feel like Carlos is in good hands and excuse yourself to see what Jake is up to. You head back to the room and unlock your computer. Hey, are you there? Sorry, Nick and Hannah are arguing. I'll be at the buffet. You grab some papers and head to the dining hall to find Jake. You spot him sitting at a table, eating with a physics textbook next to him. He seems to perk up when he sees you. Hi, Patrick. You sit next to him and steal some of his fries. Sorry, I just had to get out of my room. He leans against you, putting his arm around yours. I don't know what happened or why they're fighting, but I don't want to deal with them right now, and I didn't know where you were. Figured this place has food and is quiet. You tell him about the morning, leaving at the part about Carlos coming out. That is not our stuff to tell. That feels particularly private for some reason. Because that's information that Carlos felt very strongly about keeping to himself and sharing on his own, so that's fine. A person like myself, if someone else were to say it, not important because it's not particularly private. This instance with Carlos is particularly private. That's amazing. I'm glad Elliot seems to be okay. Well, mostly okay. Sorry about Carlos though, but it sounds like Adam has that covered as well. He shakes his head. Sorry, it's kind of a weird day for you. I'm glad you're here though, if that isn't weird. He holds your hand under the table. I was just missing you. Is it okay if we stay here for a bit? I was hoping to play games this afternoon, but I'm not sure I want to go back to my room. The food's always a good alternative. You grab some food for yourself and rejoin him. The two of you spend most of the afternoon studying. Eventually, the staff kicks you out to clean before the dinner rush. We could go to the game room, or we could go to a computer lab if you need to do more work. We could also go to the Q&A room. Just saying. Let's take a break and play some DDR. I should probably get more work done. Let's play some DDR. That sounds like a great plan. The two of you head to the game room. He can't stop crying buckets of tears. Sorry, that announcer guy is actually pretty annoying. I know, we should play that one song with the music. He pulls you onto the pad and selects a song. Predictably, you fail at it miserably. Sorry, I guess that wasn't quite as easy as I thought. How about this one? The next song is better. You glance at Jake's side. You can't even make sense of his arrows. You play an easier song for the third one, and Jake stumbles off the pad afterward. Should have warmed up better. Water? He disappears in the direction of the water fountain. I have a feeling Hannah's gonna come in. You take a seat in a chair in front of the machine and look around the room. There's a few people playing foosball, but it's otherwise empty. You turn around in time to see James walk into the room. He notices you and nods, walking over and standing by your chair. Hi, dancing? Yeah, what are you doing here? Yeah, with Jake, what are you doing here? Trying to, anyway. What are you doing here? Trying to, anyway. Good luck, just passing through. Waiting for Liz for dinner. Never been down here before. He looks around. Should try pinball sometime. Well, it was good to see you again. I didn't realize you played pinball. He shrugs. Don't really. Show opens on the 17th. You should come see if you want. Minor character, but still. Leads are good. Forgetful, but good. James! But been there, bro. Thanks for the invitation, that sounds fun. Didn't you get a leading role this time? Nope. I'm not gonna ask that. I am an actor myself. I'm not gonna go into that. Thanks for the invitation, that sounds fun. He nods again. Should get going. See you around. He disappears back through the door. Jake returns a short while later. Sorry, someone was filling up their water bottle. Again? You play a couple more rounds with him before he stumbles off towards the water fountain again. You feel like you should just bring him a water bottle next time. James returns and stands next to your chair again. Movie's still going, but not something I want to watch. How's dancing? Jake returns holding a wet paper towel in his forehead, to his forehead. Oh, hi, James. James nods at him. Okay if I watch? Yeah, of course. You should play. James shakes his head. Thanks. Wouldn't be good. You and Jake play another round. James shakes his head. Don't know how you do it. He looks at the clock. Movie probably done. Thanks. He leaves and Jake sits on the chair, breathing heavily. We should get him to play sometime. You can't imagine James playing at all. I still think he's hot though. Oh, okay, this went a different direction. I was thinking that Jake might be getting jealous. But no, we're scoping out eye candy together. Okay, I'm all on board for that. Perfect. Not that I don't think you're hot. Oh, no, no, no. Well, first of all, look at James and look at me. I understand I am not what the actual, like, character looks like, but look at James and look at me. We're blonde hair, blue eyes, like, not like super stacked, but stacked enough. Like, come on. He blushes and stares at his hands. I do too. It's kind of weird. I'm sitting right here. See, I would say this if it was like super jokingly, but I can't tell from the context. You did seem really out of sorts. Nope, I'm gonna say I do too. You're allowed to find other people attractive, you know. He looks at you and smiles. That's good. It is good because you will find many other people in the world attractive for the rest of your life, regardless of who you're with. But I still think you're really attractive. Let's play an easier song? You play another couple of rounds. Jake walks out of the building afterwards to cool off in the cool air outside. You find a collectible, DDR purple arrow sticker. I think that means I have one more to get. That was nice. He cautiously takes your hand. This is nice. He looks out at the darkening sky. We should get dinner though, but I think I've had enough buffet for today. Burgers? You head to the burger place. Jake orders the rainbow sherbet fries. That sounds absolutely god-awful. You head to the student center with your burgers and fries. Jake sits at a triangular table, and the two of you eat. These are just sherbet that's been battered and fried. These aren't really fries. Unless battering and frying anything makes it fries. Technically. Kinda. But wouldn't that make chicken nuggets fries? Technically. There are chicken fries now. So I think it's partially how you do it. And then partially like the shape of it. Maybe they're not because they're not the right shape. There we go. Yep. He shrugs. They're good though. The two of you soon finish eating. I should probably go see how Nick's doing. Thanks for a nice day though. He looks around the room before quickly kissing you on the lips. See you tomorrow? He heads towards his room while you head back to yours. You found sherbet sticker. A sticker featuring bowl of rainbow sherbet. Adam's in your room when you return, pacing. Hi. What's up? Patrick, did something happen to Carlos? Please tell me you've been with Carlos. I have not. I've been with my boyfriend all day. You shake your head and Adam stares at you for a moment, breathing heavily. Okay, dinner? I'm hoping to God he's at the house having dinner right now. He hastily scribbles a note and tapes to the door before grabbing his coat. Come on, Patrick. The two of you head to the house. Yep, I would definitely have gone with this no matter what. You walk into the dining room of the house. A few of the guys greet Adam. He nods politely at them, scanning the room. No Carlos. He sounds panicked now. He practically runs to the common room, and you struggle to keep pace. Anyone seen Carlos? Some of the guys look up from their work with blank expressions. No one? Okay, You follow him out of the house. Pool! He has to be at the pool. Please, God, he has to be at the pool. He's practically running now, and you follow him. Carlos is sitting on a bench by the pool, shivering. Okay, in the last playthrough that I did of this, I didn't... Whew, that spooked the ever-loving heck out of me. Come on in, bud. Puppy butt. The last playthrough that I did of this, I didn't trust that he was okay by himself. And so I actually went swimming with him. Yeah. And so I was able to make sure that he was, like, Good. Yay, puppy. Hello, David. Yes, yay, puppy. Hi. You're just staring at me now. You know we're talking about you? Yeah. But okay, good. We've found him. Carlos is sitting on a bench by the pool, shivering. You're thankful he's at least wearing his jacket. Carlos. Adam marches up to Carlos and punches him in the arm hard. Oh, Chico, what was that? You idiot! Do you have any idea how worried I've been? Carlos shrugs. Dude, this is not okay. You are not okay. Carlos shrugs again. Probably not. Adam's expression softens and he sits next to him. Carlos, dude, let me help. Carlos shudders. I'm cold. No shirt. You've been sitting out here for hours. He stands next to him. Get up, we're going. Where? We're going back to your room. And you're not leaving until we've talked this time. And you better not have hypothermia, or I swear to God I will sit at your hospital bed and never let you hear the end of it. Carlos is crying, then bawling, and holding on to Adam as he rubs his back. You feel like you're intruding, so you head back to your room. Yeah, once again, we have not been a part of this storyline, like, at all this time, which I feel terrible about. But also, like, I kind of was trying to actually get a boyfriend this time, so... Yellow towel. A yellow beach towel. You unlock your computer. Hey, how was your day? Not good. Uh-oh. You tell her about your day and about Carlos. Patrick, I'm sorry. Sounds like Adam is helping him, though. Yeah. You talk to Janet for a bit until Adam walks back in. Hey, Patrick. Carlos is fine now. He shakes his head. I think everything just hit him at once, and he just freaked out. Not that I can really blame him. He sits at his desk. I'll check on him tomorrow. Adam grabs a textbook and starts reading, and you return to your computer. You're stuck with the realization that Dan doesn't know about Elliot yet. Oh. Hey. Hey. Too late for segs. Elliot woke up today. Is he okay? We think he recognizes us. Patrick, that's the best news I've had all day. Thanks, we'll visit him tomorrow. Hopefully he likes the dolphin. You return to your conversation with Janet. Soon, you decide it's time for bed. You lie in bed for a while, unable to fall asleep, even after Adam turns in, and you listen to his soft snoring. Well, I guess that answers my question about when we can't sleep. Despite Elliot waking up, you still feel like the day didn't really go the way anyone had wanted it to. Monday, October 30th. The next couple weeks proceed without incident. Carlos seems to be back to his normal self. You can tell Adam still worries about him, but Carlos seems to understand and starts spending afternoons in your room doing homework. You can tell that Adam approves of that part at least. The two of you also have some awkward conversations about sexuality. You're pretty new to the whole thing yourself, but you think it really helps him. Adam and Carlos visit Elliot in the hospital again and report he is doing much better. Other than a few lapses in memory and loss of sight in one eye, Adam says he should be recovering fine. You think Carlos seems especially glad about this. Adam murmurs to you that his recovery is unbelievable, and Carlos hits him. After a couple of weeks, he's released and his parents take him back home to North Carolina. I understand the decision, don't like the decision, but he promises to keep in touch with everyone. That's always a hard promise to keep. Nick and Hannah are awkward at the next games night. You play Lost Cities with Hannah while Nick and Jake play Thurn and Taxis. You can tell it bothers Jake, but neither of you are really sure how you can help Hannah or Nick. Fortunately, they seem to work things out, and things are better by the next board games. Neither of them want to talk about it, though. Okay, that's fine. If you want to, then we can. If you don't, then that's fine. Things are mostly back to normal after that, and you spend many evenings playing games and DDR and doing homework with the group. You and Jake snuggle in bed a few more times. He starts to feel more comfortable and gets more aggressive with you. If this is any indication, you think Sega time with him is going to be amazing. He also continues to feel more comfortable with you in public. Still, you feel like you may be pushing him a little too much. The two of you have dinner at the yard on your 1 month anniversary. You're not sure it's really a milestone, but Jake seems to think it's important. Um, okay, and then we have a little bit of sexy time afterwards. Not too much, not too big, but enough. Um, it doesn't last very long, and he seems embarrassed afterwards, but you can tell he really enjoyed it. You feel like you should reciprocate, but once he feels more comfortable. You manage to talk to James a few times, but he seems to be busy as rehearsals ramp up. You make sure to buy tickets for opening night for yourself and Jake. You see Dan around, but don't otherwise interact much. You don't manage to make it to any Q&A meetings either. You think you finally learned to sleep in on Saturdays. Janet talks to you excitedly about the place she's going to be in. Unfortunately, her hectic schedule becomes even busier as rehearsals begin. You think it gives you a better understanding of why James is busy all the time. Fair enough. That's why I do think that, like, when we end up doing the James route, I think there's going to be a lot more interaction with Janet too, because it's like then our boyfriend and our best friend are both actors. She tells you she feels like she isn't spending enough time with Tom. You study for and then take some exams. You still have some trouble with them. You're not in danger of failing, but you're not sure there's enough time left to really salvage some of your grades. You talk to your parents a couple times. They ask about Jake, and your mom wants to make sure that wants to make sure he's eating properly. Thank you for the hydrate. I just realized I left my water in spite of. Oh my goodness. um, in spite of filling up my water, I left it out there. So we're hydrating with coffee. Are you trying to groom your brother? Um, you're still You're still full from the buffet earlier with him, and you're pretty sure Jake is physically incapable of not eating properly. Before you know it, November is half over. Friday, November 17th. Oh, it's opening night for the play. Drink up, you're looking thirsty. Eyebrows, eyebrows, eyebrows. Oh, I am. I'm very thirsty. You walk out of a calc lecture to find Jake waiting for you. He looks like he's already dressed for the play. Hi, I wasn't sure what our plans were this afternoon. I know the show isn't until later tonight, but I figured I'd just be ready to go. Should we get an early dinner? You end up at the yard. It's early enough that the place is mostly deserted. You're standing at the hostess stand when Adam and Carlos walk in. Oh, hey, Patrick. Hi, Adam and Carlos. You look very dapper. Date night? Um, he looks at you. I guess we're gonna go see the play this evening. Oh, that sounds fun. Does it involve pirates? Adam shakes his head. Dude, we're going to see a movie. Casino Royale just came out. We should eat together. That sounds nice. You get seated together. Carlos doesn't even look at the menu. Pizza. I like pizza. Pineapple and jalapenos. Ooh, jalapenos. Carlos laughs. Hang on. This is a perfect friend pairing I never put together before. Patrick, I'm gonna steal your boyfriend now. You're kidding. Adam elbows Carlos in the side. Dude. They order an extra large pineapple and jalapeno pizza, and you order some pasta. So how are things with you two? Jake takes your hand. Good. Adam Adam giving you two enough alone time? Dude. Carlos shrugs and Jake turns red. So how has your year been? You're both only a month away from finishing your first semester. Definitely different than I expected. I didn't think I would make friends so easily. Or, have someone like Patrick. He squeezes your hand. Aww. But classes are easier than I expected, I think. At least all the AP classes I took were much harder. Adam laughs. Yeah, high school gives us a real warped sense of what college level work is like. Boy, howdy does it. Ugh. He looks at Carlos. You can actually get by mostly fine just based on your smarts, apparently. Carlos shrugs. I've definitely been pleasantly surprised by my friendships here. I feel the same way, especially about the dating part. I feel the same way, especially about classes. I've definitely been pleasantly surprised by my friendships here. Oh, we love you too, Patrick. Adam shakes his head, but he seems to share the sentiment. The food arrives and everyone starts eating. This was a good choice. Carlos laughs. It's the best combination of pizza toppings. Patrick normally picks the jalapenos off, even though that's the best part. Not everyone likes spicy food, dude. More for me. You finish eating and split the bill and head over to the theater together. I still find it bizarre that this place both shows films. Hello. Died. Both shows films and does live shows, but I suppose that makes it convenient for everyone. I recently found out that there's a place like this in town. Yes, I went there for a screening of Wicked. We'll catch you two later. You head into the theater with Jake. You quickly find your seats. You manage to get reasonably close seats, despite it being opening night. This is nice. The two of you page through the program for a bit. Soon the lights dim and the show starts. It's really good. Soon it ends and the cast comes out to their applause. James looks particularly good, even in a cast of good-looking actors. He catches your gaze and smiles. You swear Jake blushes. Bob, rewrite the game. Rewrite this long-standing game that you have to make it so that way there can be a polycule here. Please. Thank you. The cast flies off the stage and you and Jake head out to the lobby. You run into Liz and Liz there. Oh, hi, Patrick. Patrick! Liz G gives you a hug. Jake. She gives him a hug too. Liz pulls her off him. Good to see you again. That play was pretty good. I know James was concerned about the leads this time around. Everything went well as far as I could tell. James, hello. James walks out from the back, looks around the lobby and spots our group and walks over. James! That went pretty well. Could have gone better. Well, we didn't notice anyway. So that's good, right? Lead actors screwed up a part. Good thing cast improvised as well. But just wanted to catch everyone. Have to go back and finish up, but thank you for coming. Bye, James. He disappears into the back again. Well, we should probably get going anyway. Didn't manage to get dinner before we came. Liz G giggles. Liz B sighs. Oh my. The implication. Didn't manage to get dinner before the show. You're welcome to join us. I could always eat more, but I should probably do homework now. Well, see you around then. Bye, Patrick. Bye, Jake. I don't want to do homework, but I really should. Do you want to come sit in the lab with me for a bit? The two of you head to a computer lab. You found a collectible. Show Program 2, page 4. The fourth page of the program for James' second show. It has a bio of the actors, including James. I think that's the first one of those that I actually have. The computer lab is deserted. You're not surprised given it's a Friday night. Jake sits at a computer and you sit next to him. He takes your hand and smiles at you. Sorry if I'm keeping you from something. I just really like spending time with you, even if it's just homework. He kisses you quickly, then sits back in his chair blushing. I do enjoy body doubling a little bit. um, Specifically, Chris and I body double. Not so much with Dorian. I think it's because Dorian and I do mostly like the same thing, which requires us being in different offices. He kisses you quickly and sits back in his chair blushing. Sorry, I just couldn't resist. You're pretty sure you don't mind. The two of you code together for a bit. Before you know it, it's late. I should probably get back, but thank you for today. He heads back to his room, and you head to yours. Adam is back, trying to read a textbook. Carlos is sitting on his bed, happily chatting away about the movie. Hey, Patrick, how was the play? Did you and Jake have a good time? It was nice. How was the movie? Yeah, you should go see it. It was nice. How was the movie? Not as good as the last one. Adam laughs. Dude, that's because you just want to see nothing but explosions and fights and stuff. I thought this was really good. Better than the last one, even. Yeah, well, it was certainly good. Adam shakes his head. Seriously, though, dude, I'm gonna kick you out now. I've reread this section 5 times and still don't know what I just read. And I should probably go to bed anyway. I see how it is. Patrick comes back and I'm gone. You need some privacy, huh? Uh-huh. It's clearly exactly like that. I like having friends like Adam. Fine then. I know when I'm not wanted. He punches Adam playfully and grabs his coat. Use protection, you two. Then he's gone, shutting the door behind him. Adam shakes his head. I really should get some sleep, though. But feel free to do whatever you need to do. Bed actually sounds good to you two. You fall asleep easily, wishing Jake was there with you. Saturday, November 18th. Speak of the devils. One of my more Adam-y style friends just messaged me. Talking incidentally about getting pizza. How strange. The rest of the weekend proceeds uneventfully. You play board games with the group on Tuesday. Nick wins Bonanza, despite Hannah refusing to trade with him. You feel like there's still some lingering resentment there from their fight. Adam takes Carlos to the show on Saturday. Apparently they enjoy it, although Carlos complains to you afterward about the lack of pirates. The rest of the week also proceeds without incident. Most of the students seem to have already checked out for the week, and some have even already left. Soon Thanksgiving is upon you. Thursday, November 23rd. You wake up late, having stayed up to spend time with Jake the night before. You find it weird that this will be the longest you've been apart. Adam's already up, sitting at his desk studying. You get up and unlock your computer. Good morning, Patrick. Wasn't sure if you had plans for today. It's kind of weird with Jake and Nick both gone. Let me know if you want to hang out. There's a knock on your door. You open it. Carlos walks in. Hey, Patrick. He looks over you. Just wake up? I thought you'd be helping. I thought you'd been helping them set up, dude. Carlos shrugs and sits down on your bed. Set up what? I don't know. Isn't there a bunch of stuff to set up for dinner? Carlos laughs. Right, I forgot you weren't here last year for this. Most people are gone, so Chef just makes a turkey and some stuff and dumps it in the buffet. Although, I'm half expecting chicken this year instead. Adam laughs. That would be disappointing, but I suppose I wouldn't be surprised. Your phone rings, making you jump. You figure it's probably your parents, and decide you don't really want to spend an hour on the phone with them at the moment. Totally fair. Are you going to get that, Patrick? Probably his parents again, wanting to know the color of the university president's hat today. Carlos shakes his head and the phone stops ringing. You should talk to them, Patrick. Just, maybe call them later instead. I figure we'd grab some breakfast and see a movie or something before we head to the house. That sounds good. Do you mind if Hannah comes along? I guess something to do. Can I bring a friend? Do you mind if Hannah comes along? There's going to be more than enough food. Of course, that's totally fine. You quickly message Hannah. Hey, gonna spend the day with Adam and Carlos. They say you're welcome to come along. Oh, that sounds fun. Where are you headed? Breakfast first, then maybe a movie in the frat house for dinner? I guess that works. Meet you on campus? Hannah will meet us on campus. Sounds good. Let's go, Chico. You lock your computer and the three of you grab your coats and head out. You find Hannah waiting for you on campus on the way to the restaurant. Hi, Hannah. Hi, I hope you don't mind me tagging along. Of course not. The more the merrier. Ever had a pancake pizza before? That sounds interesting. What is that? Pancakes on a pizza? It's a pizza where the base is a huge pancake and you put eggs and breakfast meat on it. That sounds like something Jake would love. And that actually sounds really good. The restaurant is deserted and you're quickly seated. Carlos orders an extra large pancake pizza with sausage and bacon. Like I said, pancakes sound delicious. I can't believe finals are coming up soon. Soon as in like a month? Or that was Carlos. Soon as in like a month? Maybe like 2.5 weeks? And you can never be too prepared. They've started giving us information about them in classes. I'm nervous. They started going over some of the earlier material. I'm nervous. Wow, I think I've really slackened my education abilities. Why would I study for finals? I've already been tested on all that material. They've started giving us information. I'm nervous. Don't be. Just go over your notes a bit at a time to remind yourself of the material. Chico, sometimes I don't know why we're friends. You're like super nerd or something. I'll take that as a compliment. I've started studying already. There's just so much material to cover. All of you are crazy. I guess I should study this year, but the time for this is in 2 weeks. Sunday night before your first final? You know it. What better time? Adam shakes his head. I don't know if Patrick told you, but we're planning on going to see a movie after this, and then heading to the frat house. We have Guitar Hero now. He did say that. That sounds good, I guess. Don't worry, everyone there's friendly. I think that's her concern, dude. Don't worry, Carla says most people are gone and everyone's harmless anyway. Well, fine, everyone still there is harmless. Plus, you're with us. That's true. Thanks. I forget that Adam's clothes all look like this now. The pizza arrives and you start eating. This is really good. Why is this not a thing? It is a thing, apparently. Oh. I'm just too good at predicting this. It is a thing. You're eating it right now. Hannah laughs. I mean elsewhere. Because this place is the best. This place does have pretty good pizza. And I guess this is just pizza but breakfast? Soon the pizza's gone and Hannah insists on getting the bill. You head out toward the theater. Thank you for breakfast, Hannah. No problem. Thank you for letting me tag along today. It's strangely lonely with so many people gone. At least you don't have to stay here over winter break. Do you have to stay here? No, I go home, but some people stay. I think it'd be miserable. I wish it would snow again. Seriously, I don't know why we're friends. Oh, come on. You know it's grown on you. I like being warm, thank you. But snowmen and snowball fights. And not freezing your butt and hands and feet and ears off. You reach the theater and look at the list of movies. Let's see Casino Royale again. How about not? Happy Feet! That works. Isn't that the one with the penguins? Dancing penguins? Unless the penguins are exploding, I'm not sure adjectives make that any better. I think that would be a horrible movie. Oh, come on, dude. It'll be cute. Actually, I'd kind of like to see Casino Royale. Happy Feet sounds fun. 3-1, dude. Fine, I'm going to imagine the penguins are kickboxing each other, though. Ninja penguins. Ninja pirate penguins. Kickboxing and stealing from each other. If that's what makes you happy. You buy your tickets and head into the theater, grabbing seats in the middle. This place is deserted. Yeah, best time to see a movie. Anyway, want anything? Nacho for Carlos, popcorn for me? I'll come with you. I want to see what candy selection they have. I'll steal some popcorn if you don't mind. I'll steal some nachos if you don't mind. Nothing for me, thanks. I'll steal some popcorn if you don't mind. Large popcorn and nachos then. Back in a bit. I know there's something if you have nachos with Carlos, but I'm not on whatever that track is. So, Adam and Hannah head to the concession stand. This is nice, Patrick. Even if we're about to watch a cute movie with penguins in it, this is nice. It's nice to spend time with you and Chico. You sit and watch the ads with Carlos. Soon Adam and Hannah return with the food. Nachos, popcorn. Patrick, I'm going to sit by you so we can share more easily. Hannah moves over a seat and Adam slips in between the two of you. Milk duds. Yes, you want some? He doesn't. He doesn't like caramel. Then why? They're the traditional theater candy. I'm pretty sure there's no such thing. There's too many candy choices for there to be a traditional one. Not true. M&M's. The lights dim and the previews start, followed by the movie. It ends up actually being a really good movie. Even Carlos seems to be enjoying it. Soon the movie ends. Okay, that was cute. See, penguins are awesome, especially when they're dancing. They'd be more awesome if they were karate chopping each other. Because a movie about animals performing karate would totally be a thing. Oh, Bob, you had no idea what was coming down the pike with DreamWorks, did ya? Carlos shrugs. I never knew I'd watch it. You never know, I'd watch it. Probably other people would too. Yeah, it's called Kung Fu Panda. The four of you head towards the frat house, and it has like 4 sequels. The house is a lot emptier than you're used to seeing it. A few people are in the common room playing Guitar Hero. Oh, hey guys. Hey, Steven. This is Hannah. Hannah, Steve. Pleasure to meet you, Hannah. You guys can jump in next. I'm just watching. Fingers can't keep up? Nah, it's different enough. It's different enough from a real guitar that I'm worried I'm going to ruin my playing. I suppose that's fair. I'm not sure that's actually a thing. Well, I'd also rather just play a real guitar, but it's fun to watch anyway. You spend the rest of the afternoon playing Guitar Hero. Hannah seems to relax and actually does pretty well at the game. You wonder how well Jake would do, given his skills at DDR. Soon, dinner is ready, and you file into the dining room. That smells delicious. Hey, there's actually turkey. And also chicken, I'm not surprised. Steve seems to turn green at the sight of the chicken. Canned cranberry jello stuff? Cranberry sauce? And I don't know why you'd prefer that to the real thing. You all grab a plate of food and find an empty table. This is really good. Carlos laughs. Yeah, it's not campus food, certainly. Good to see you again, Adam. Yeah, sorry I haven't been around much. Been busy. We have some pledges looking for a new big now that Elliot's gone. I've been handling most of them, but I can't keep doing it. Carlos would be a good big. Steve shrugs. You're a sophomore, though. I don't think I have the time to dedicate to pledges. In the interest, apparently. Or the interest, apparently. Just saying, man, you've been ditching us. I wasn't aware there was a, requirement to hang out here. There isn't, but after the whole thing with Robert, we need our guys to stick together. Dude, Adam's been busy. He actually studies, unlike the rest of us. Sure, whatever. You're showing up for our party next week, right? I, will try to find the time. Of course you will. Excuse me. Meh. Steve moves to a different table and Adam stares at the spot where he was sitting. That was weird. Well, he's not wrong. Dude, I don't want to participate in the parties here. I don't drink and it's disgusting afterwards. And there's too many women throwing themselves at you, which I guess is normally a good thing. In general, I mean, I'm not dedicating the time I should to be in this group of people. This is totally not my place. But you do seem a little out of place here. Chico, if you're not happy here, you can quit. Yeah, but I do enjoy spending time with the guys here, just not as much as I guess I should be spending here. Carlos shrugs. I think as long as you keep paying dues, they can't really kick you out because you're not around enough or something. Well, I suppose. Basketball will start up again next semester, probably, and you'll come around some more then. Probably. Well, you don't have to decide anything now anyway. Steve was just being an ass. I think the dessert just came out. Looks like pie? Oh, I hope they have pecan pie. I'll pass on the pie made of pure sugar, thanks. Corn syrup, Chico? Even worse. Do you know how your body handles that stuff? Don't know, don't care, it's delicious. You grab some pumpkin pie that turns out to be sweet potato. Okay. While Adam and Hannah get slices of the apple pie. This pie is so delicious. I wonder if I should join a sorority just for the food. Carlos laughs. That's definitely one of the perks of this place. No longer having to eat campus food. There are restaurant options around. Yeah, but I'm not going to have pizza at that fancy French place for every meal. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't mind having pizza for every meal, dude. Well, true, but variety is nice too. Soon you finished eating. Well, I should probably go, but it was really nice spending the day with all of you. Likewise, glad you were able to come along. And sorry about the awkward dinner. No worries. Would one of you be able to walk me back towards my room? I should head out anyway. I'll see you tomorrow, dude. I'll be there bright and early. Please don't. Bye, Patrick. You head back across campus towards Hannah's building. The food really was delicious. I'm not sure I'd have the time to dedicate to a sorority, though. Yeah, apparently I don't either. It's good to not lose sight of why you're here. Well, my parents always tell me that college isn't just about academics. It's also about the people. I would argue that college is like 60 to 70% about the people and like 30 to 40% the academics. Of course, I think they'd also kill me if I brought home anything other than straight A's, so who knows? Adam laughs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my parents would be seriously disappointed too. Disagree. I have met your parents, sir, in another game. They're legitimate angels. If you came home with anything other than straight A's, they would just be worried about you, not disappointed in you. I guess they just know what we're capable of and trust us to do our best. I'm glad I know you, Patrick. And you too, Adam. Thanks for walking me home. We should play some games this weekend, Patrick. She heads into her building and you and Adam walk back towards your room. That was nice. I'm glad you brought her along. I should, never mind. You walk the rest of the way in silence, but you can tell he's still bothered by Steve's comments. You found a collectible. Penguin figure! A small plastic penguin. You reach your room and Adam returns to his desk to study. You unlock your computer. Happy Thanksgiving, Patrick! Did you miss your boy a lot today? Did I tell you no shows this weekend? It's frustrating, actually, since we just got our first shows. Everyone's itching to go again, and now we have to wait a week. Oh, Tom's calling me. BRB. Back, but I guess you're still not? Crazy Cat Lady 2588 has signed off. Jake appears to be online. Hey. Hey! Have a good Thanksgiving? Yeah, hung out with Adam and Carlos and Hannah. Oh, that's good. Hannah just messaged me too. Yeah, food, movie, Guitar Hero, and food. She said you went to a movie and played Guitar Hero. Yeah. Sorry I'm missing it. He tells you about his day. Apparently his mother seemed relieved that he didn't have a girlfriend because she was worried he'd be distracted from school. You're pretty sure having a boyfriend instead wasn't what she had in mind. Does it bother you my parents don't know? You should tell people at your own pace. Agreed. That doesn't answer the question. I don't want to answer that question. But thanks. The two of you talk for a bit and discuss the movie, the frat, and life. You find it weird how much you miss talking. I miss you. I was just about to say that. That's good. Let's go get some pancake pizza next week. That sounds like an excellent plan. The phone rings again, and you feel like you probably shouldn't avoid your parents again. Adam laughs and puts on headphones as you answer. Patrick, we missed you this morning. I was so worried. Honey, you just talked to him a few days ago. But it's his first Thanksgiving on his own. Did you get enough to eat? I was going to mail you a turkey. You had to box it up and everything. You had it boxed up and everything. But then I decided... You mean I decided for you? We decided that you could probably just get out of there if you needed. And I wasn't sure if you'd be able to cook it anyway. I should send you a deep fryer. But these things are dangerous, and I don't want you lighting yourself on fire. You should get an apartment with an oven. Those dorm ovens are dangerous. You can practically see your dad shaking his head over the phone. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving, Patrick? Spend it with Jake? Jake was going home, honey, remember? Oh, well, spend it with some friends at least? Spent it with some friends, saw a movie, and had food at the frat house. It was nice, spent it with friends. The more details, the better to lessen the questions. Oh, good. I'm glad you're eating properly. You talk for them for a while before your dad pulls your mom off the phone to let you do homework. You look at the clock, surprised at how late it is, and decide it's time for bed instead. You find you're unexpectedly tired from the day and fall asleep quickly. You spent like the entire day socializing? What do you mean? Like, oh. Yeah, no, that's not surprising. That's not unexpected. Friday, November 24th. You spend the rest of the long weekend hanging out with Adam, Carlos, and Hannah. Hannah and Adam seem to get along really well, and it makes you wonder why you never thought of really introducing them before. The fun, unfortunately, comes at the expense of studying, but you feel like you deserve a break anyway. Adam seems to avoid the frat house, which doesn't surprise you. Carlos mostly hangs around you and Adam over the weekend, saying that the house is lonely with so many people gone. Carlos complains to Adam that Elliot isn't responding to him, and Adam shrugs it off, but you can tell he knows more about it. Yikes. You managed to talk to Janet a few times over the weekend, but she's mostly busy with her show. She tells you she's really enjoying it despite the hectic schedule, but that she'll also be glad when it's over. Jake, Dan, and Nick return at different times on Sunday. You meet Jake at the bus stop and grab some pizza together. He excitedly tells you all about his Thanksgiving. You feel like you missed him more than you realized. The rest of the week flies by and everyone seems to start preparing for finals. You have dinner and study sessions with Jake a few times over the week. You find that kisses are a good motivator to get correct answers. Friday, December 1st. I think this is our last week. Yeah, because I think this is finals week. We were at Thanksgiving. Finals were 2 weeks away. So yeah, I think that makes this the last playable week, and then it's finals. Friday, December 1st. You walk out of class on Friday feeling both relieved that classes are over. Oh, never mind. Nope, this is the end. But filled with dread at the prospect of finals next week. Okay, no, I was correct. Jake is waiting outside the building for you, with Nick. We're going to play board games. I got a new one. Hannah may not join us, though. She's studying. I really should study, too. But games! The three of you head to the student center. Also, I'm going to boost this just a little bit, because I can see that there's, no bars of the music. You find a table, and Jake starts setting up a game. Puerto Rico. Islands. Forced work. I guess it's kind of about that, but mostly you make and sell goods like corn and sugar and coffee. Coffee. Grind, grind, grind. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Percolate, percolate, percolate. Took me a second. That works. Anyway, each turn you pick a roll, and everyone does that roll, but you get a bonus for picking it, and you get points by shipping goods or buying buildings. You start playing the game. You feel like you get a hang of it after a couple of rounds. Soon it's your turn to pick a role. You have some good products already, but find yourself short on money. Pick the captain and ship goods for points. Pick the trader and sell goods for money. Sell goods for money. You pick the trader and sell your corn for gold. No one else is able to trade that route. You take advantage of the next builder to get an indigo plant. Soon, it's your turn again. Pick the mayor for more workers that you can't use at the moment and a gold. Pick the settler for more plantations. I'll pick the mayor. You pick the mayor for some more workers that you can't use at the moment, but it also gets you gold. Over the next few rounds, you manage to get a lot of interesting buildings, but your production of goods lags behind Jake and Nick. Settle a bit to ramp up production, continue to focus on buildings to end the game quickly. Ramp up production. You ramp up production of goods, but it proves to be a little too late. Jake manages several large shipments before you're ready, running out the point tokens and ending the game. He wins handily. Yay! I'll do better next time, now that I understand the game a bit more. You found a collectible corn barrel. A small yellow barrel meant to represent a shipment of corn. Dinner? Well, that sounds good. The buffet is doing a special finals dinner. If we must. The three of you head to the buffet. Brain food. I guess that makes sense for finals, as long as it's not literal brains. It would be very on par for my channel if it was. Well, it looks like they do have at least one dish with brains in it. No thanks. I should get that game. Oh, spinach and carrots. You grab some food and find an empty table. Jake tries some of the brains casserole. How is it? Really weird. I don't think I like it. Well, that's a first. Brains. You know it. You know it. There are foods that I don't like. Not very many, man. This is true. The meal proceeds uneventfully. Jake declares he's finished after a couple slices of the carrot pie. I probably should follow Hannah's lead and actually study. We should all meet up this weekend for some studying. We're basically in the same classes. That sounds useful. Tomorrow in the library? Works for me. He kisses you quickly, then blushes. I'll see you tomorrow, Patrick. You two are adorable, you know? Jake stares at the floor, but takes your hand in his and squeezes. Anyway, I'll catch you tomorrow, Patrick. Jake and Nick head back to their room, and you return to yours. Adam's there when you return studying. Hey, Patrick. Had a nice evening? You spend the rest of the night studying for finals alongside Adam. Saturday, December 2nd. The rest of the weekend ends up being full of studying, both individually and with Jake, Nick, and Hannah. Hannah freaks out about her progress, insisting that she's going to fail everything. Jake seems to be similarly driving himself crazy. Nick calms the two of them down a bit by quizzing them. Naturally, the three of them have all the material down already. You only wish you had the same confidence. Makes you particularly glad you have friends you can study with. You and Jake manage to spend some time with just the two of you as well, and snuggle in bed again. You can't decide if you find the contact incredibly fulfilling or incredibly frustrating, but mostly decide you're glad for it, and for Jake. Carlos actually sits with you in your room and makes an effort at studying. Adam seems pleased by the effort, although he's less impressed when Carlos fails his pop quizzes. Well, he's trying. Carlos complains that Adam's questions go too far back to material from earlier in the year. Adam just sighs and shakes his head. Yeah, that's sort of what finals are. They're you putting together all the information that you've learned over the course of the year. But whatever, that's fine. James naturally ends up being ridiculously busy the rest of the weekend with his shows and classwork. Ooh, I was going to say, I could not imagine doing a show the same time that I was doing finals. But actually, I think I am doing a show when I'm doing finals. Which I just realized will maybe be very stressful. Well, I guess we'll figure that out in a couple weeks, won't we? Dan ends up being busy the rest of the weekend as well as his final projects, which honestly leaves you a bit relieved. You and Janet talk about finals, and she seems pretty confident, but also excited that her shows are ending. You secretly are too. You miss talking to her more frequently, but are comforted by the thought of seeing her in person in a week. You actually take your finals throughout the following week. Unfortunately, studying for the next one ends up consuming most of your time during the week, but you don't feel like you do badly on any of them. Friday, December 8th. You walk out of your last final Friday afternoon, glad you're finally done, but somehow dreading your flight tomorrow and being away from Jake for so long. You head back to your room to see if anyone else is free. To your surprise, oh look, our room is so clean! Jake is there, sitting on your bed talking with Adam. He looks at you and smiles when you enter. I'll just be back in a bit. Jake, are you celebrating the end of term with a celebration? Adam grabs his computer and heads out while you take a seat next to Jake. So, he blushes and holds your hands, staring at your interlaced fingers. I'd like to, He releases your hand and tugs gently at your shirt. Oh. Okay, yes, I was correct. He stares at you in a way you find you don't mind at all and cautiously reach out and runs his hand down your chest. You're really hot. Take off his. You move to pull off his shirt and he stops you, hands on yours. I'm not really... He shrugs. Not really attractive, but, I can if you want. Jake. Oh, that hurts my heart, actually. He pulls off his shirt and turns away as you look him over. What are you talking about? You're beautiful. Thank you. He pushes you back on the bed and gently kisses you, moving it so he's lying on top of you. Woohoo! We all know what a black screen means. It means this was animation that Bob commissioned that we can't see. Feels amazing. The feeling of skin on skin soon pushes both of you over the edge. The two of you lie there afterwards, holding each other. That was really nice. He kisses you again, cautiously, and relaxes into you when you kiss him back. You lie there for a while, enjoying the closeness between the two of you. I also wanted to play some board games before dinner. Is that okay? I told everyone to meet us in the student center for a bit. The two of you reluctantly get dressed and head to the student center. I also just saw that I think ads were about to start over on Twitch. We're literally like, I think minutes away from ending, so I'm not going to have ads break right here. You found a collectible, green shirt. A Kelly green shirt with a meeple screen printed on it. Jake left it in your room. Hannah and Nick are already there with a bag of games, sitting at a table and talking in hushed tones. Hannah notices the two of you. Jake, Patrick. Is everything okay? Yeah, we're just waiting to play some games. What took you so long? Jake blushes and stares at the floor and Hannah laughs. Stupid question. Anyway, let's play. Beans, magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you... I'm pretty sure it's toot, man. Well, don't they do both? Technically, yeah, actually. Well, poop probably doesn't perform very well at work. You make a point there. Everyone's always having to clean up after it. Wipe. Hannah shakes her head. We can split. I assume Hannah wants to play Lost Cities before we leave? Yes. Nick shakes his head. 2-player bean duel, Patrick? Why? Why can't... Okay. Why can't we just all play together? Like, we're at the end of the year. And you guys were talking, literally, like, just now, together. Jake sets up Lost Cities while Nick sets up Bonanza. And the two of you start playing. The game ends being fairly different from the normal game. You're not quite sure how to make decisions around what beans to leave for Nick. Soon you find you need to decide whether to leave a couple of blue beans for Nick or to sacrifice your own plot of chili beans to plant them instead. Plant the blue beans. Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't do that. He reveals some chili beans and sacrifices his plot of blue beans, rather than leaving them for you. Soon there's only a few cards left and the game nears its end. You think you have a slight lead, but Nick seems to be in a good position with his fields. He reluctantly leaves you a soybean, and you study the deck. You're going to get another turn, but you're not sure you want to risk the soys. Take the risk and plant the soy. Discard the soy and stick with your existing crops. Stick with the existing crops. You discard the soy, and Nick reveals another soy in his turn, leaving it for you again. The game ends and you end up winning by a couple of coins. That was really close. I was hoping you'd take the soy. You found a collectible soybean card. A card depicted a happy soybean. We just finished 2. 32 points, baby. Yeah, I don't know how she did that. No, I do. Stupid white expedition. Stupid card luck. Anyway, break for food? Buffet? Actually, I'm kind of curious what they have on the last day. That sounds good. Really? Really, Nick? We're doing this now. What? Never mind. Buffet is fine if we must. Seriously, let's go. I'm hungry. Jake shakes his head but doesn't say anything more. The 4 of you head to the buffet. Did I miss something? Food! This doesn't look so bad today. Nick, come sit with me. Can I get some food first? We need to talk. Excuse me? You and Jake watch as Nick and Hannah grab a table in the corner. Jake shakes his head. I'm glad we talk. Not that they're not talking now, but like, talk about things. He shrugs and takes your hand. Thank you. He kisses you quickly before blushing and grabbing a tray. The food turns out to be surprisingly decent, almost as if they had been saving all the real food and realizing they were out of days to serve it. The 2 of you find a table and are soon rejoined by Hannah and Nick. Sorry about that, just kind of frazzled, I guess. Nick nods, but doesn't say anything. The meal's surprisingly awkward, despite the quality of the food. Jake declares himself finished after 4 plates. You okay, Jake? You didn't eat very much. I'm not too hungry, I guess. It's early for dinner. I have some cookies my parents sent me a while back that I haven't eaten. I'll go grab them if we're playing more games. I like games. I'll see you guys in a bit then. Nick heads back to his room while the rest of you grab the dishes. Gather the dishes, okay. This is none of my business, but, yes, we're still dating. Okay. Some days I don't know why, though. I like spending time with him and all, but he's just so needy. She sighs. I don't know, it's just a bunch of small things, I guess. Sometimes I feel like I'm not really ready to be in a relationship right now. Then don't be. Those entire it's not you, it's me things. It's so cliche, but I kind of feel that way. I want to concentrate on classes. I want to learn Japanese. I want to take some photography classes, but I also feel guilty choosing work over him, you know? And I guess it's only going to get worse as we start actually choosing our classes and minors and stuff. I know. I kind of wonder if I was just lonely and overreaching to that and overreacting to that. She laughs. Like, I totally had a crush on you, Jake. I mean, I still do in a lot of ways, but I think that it would be disastrous if we actually dated. I mean, assuming you, she shrugs. I'm glad we're friends, but I was so worried about meeting people here, and I met you, and I afraid of losing you, I guess. I know that's a terrible reason to date someone. I kind of wonder if we should break up, but I'm just afraid of losing him too in some ways. You two have a strong friendship, figure out what's right for you, and things will work out in time. You'd still have us at least. Nope! Not that one, because that sounds like we'd be picking in a divorce. She looks at you contemplative. That's true. I guess I'm glad winter break is coming up, in a lot of ways. Time apart feels like it would be useful here. I know what you mean, though. I felt the same way, maybe more so given things. He takes your hand and smiles at you. Aw, you two are adorable. Even if you initially started in some fear of being alone, it seems like things are working out for you two now. Anyway, let's play some more games. I want to beat all of you at set. The three of you grab a table at the student center and study the bag of games. We could play Carcassonne, as long as I can beat you at set later. Jake sets up the game. Nick soon returns with a couple packages of cookies. Last one. Milano. More like Mila, yes. Millipede? I guess that's technically food, but not something I'd normally want to eat. Chocolate-covered millipede? I'm not sure that makes it better. Can we, play? Nick tosses a green meeple at her. You're looking a little green, Hannah. She shakes her head and returns the green meeple to Jake. Jake's always green. You know that. I'm first player. And here's a road. Meep, meep. Meep, meep. Meep, meep. The game proceeds uneventfully, although you seem to have terrible luck and draw almost entirely road tiles. Jake is merciless, as always, and takes over most of the cities and fields on the board, easily winning the game. No fair, you always win this, Jake. Well, maybe you should be better at taking over fields. I wonder if I should lower the point value on fields. 3 points per city is kind of crazy. I love football cities. Yeah, because they're 4 points each, and you always have the field next to them. You should play that variant where football cities are 2 points. Or maybe you should just be less bad at this, Nick. Nick laughs. Savage! Do you kiss Patrick with that mouth? Or that attitude? Jake blushes, but takes your hand in his and holds it tightly. So, set? Jake puts away Carcassonne and shuffles the set deck. You play a few rounds of set, but Jake and Hannah dominate as usual. Soon, Nick declares he needs to play a different game. You two can keep playing this if you want, but my brain can't deal with these shapes anymore. I should probably go finish packing after one more game anyway. Let's play Puerto Rico. That sounds fun. Jake sets up the game. You manage to get a pretty good production economy going. Soon you have to make a decision on what building to buy. Buy a harbor so you can always ship at least one type of good. Buy a larger warehouse so you can store goods if shipping doesn't work out. Always ship. You buy a harbor and take good advantage of it, although one round shipment ends up being badly timed and you have to spoil some sugar. In the end, it doesn't seem to matter, as the entire points for shipping all your indigo make up for it, and you win the game. Yeah. Well, I almost won. Yeah, I think his indigo supply chain was unstoppable. Should have bought a harbor. You own ship. Ew. Is that the sound barges make? Ship, ship, ship. Ship, ship, ship. You found a collectible. Sugar barrel. Small white barrel meant to represent a shipment of sugar. Well, that was a lot of fun, but I need to finish packing before my flight tomorrow. Yeah, I should probably head to bed, too. I'll see all of you in a month, although I'm sure we'll talk online over the break. Jake gives her a hug. Have a good flight. I'll walk you back to your dorm. Nick and Hannah leave, and Jake packs up the game. I'm going to really miss you. He kisses your cheek gently, then blushes. But we'll talk, and I hope you have a nice break. And, thank you. He kisses you again on the lips this time, and the two of you head back to your rooms. Adam's there, stuffing his laptop and some stuff into his backpack. Hey, Patrick. Hope you had a nice evening. You chat with Janet online for a bit, who seems especially excited to see you the next day, before packing up some things yourself and heading to bed. You've unlocked additional features in Jake's character profile. Aww. And with that, I am pretty sure we are done. 2 years later. Friday, December 12th, 2008. Jake hurries into your room, excited. Hannah looks at him from her desk, where she's working on homework. You and Hannah started rooming together your sophomore year, as you, Jake, Hannah, and Nick got a couple apartments off campus. Oh, okay, yes. This makes sense. This difference makes sense. You can see... Actually, you can't see. So this picture of Adam, then there's a picture right here of James. Right next to it is another picture of Adam, but it's in the apartment that Adam and I get. If you go the route where you're more invested in like the frat house and Adam and Carlos. So this makes sense though. Jake said that his mom wouldn't approve of him living with his boyfriend. You're not sure Hannah's parents know of her living arrangement. Our rings arrived. He hands you a large package. The two of you decided things were working out and you should probably get engaged a week earlier. It seems particularly appropriate given you were spending Christmas with Jake's family for the first time. You notice the glint of silver and black from his finger. Apparently the size chart you found online worked well. It's kind of a big box for a ring. That looks good on your finger. You look good. Kiss him. You put the box down on your bed and kiss him. He squeaks, then melts into you as your arms find his butt and pull him against you. He's uncharacteristically nervous and you don't know why. You break and he smiles. You still think he's absolutely adorable. So, open it. You open the box carefully. Inside, in addition to a ring, is a plain plastic bag, is a box of condoms, and some lube. Okay. Jake blushes again and glances over at Hannah. She laughs. Ooh, I love her look. I know it's pretty much like just changing it from being like down to tied back and from red to blue, but love it. I should go find a computer lab anyway. Congratulations, you two. She grabs her coat and shuts the door behind her. So, I want you, if that's okay. He stares at the floor, still blushing. Also, we don't have to use those. I just don't know what you're comfortable with. He wraps his arm around you. I swear, I can't speak. He wraps his arms around you and lays his head on your chest. I love you. And whatever you want. I know we're both clean, and I'd kind of like just you. I'd like that too. His arms tighten around you. He's quiet for a moment, and you wonder if he's having second thoughts. Sorry, I just can't stop imagining that. He kisses you and tugs off your shirt. You pull it off, and he pulls off his coat and shirt as well. You still think he's absolutely gorgeous. He still never believes you when you tell him. Then he's kissing you again and pressing against you. You've always liked the way he felt against you. I'm glad we're doing this together for the first time. Is that weird? Of course not. I'm glad too. Okay. Like the first time together. I was about to be like, is this going to turn into an awkward conversation about like Dan? I love you. So much. You pull him towards the bed, not wanting to let go of him. Aww. The four of you graduate together the following year, moving to San Francisco to form a startup. It's pretty amazing to work with your friends, and also your fiancé. You and Jake are one of the first couples in line at City Hall after the Supreme Court ruling. You have a small ceremony a couple months later. Jake says his mother would never forgive him otherwise. You're pretty sure yours wouldn't either. Oh, that's sweet. You and Janet keep in touch even as you gradually grow apart over the years. It happens. 2 years for the first time. I know. I know that seems quite the wait, but you know, some people are fine with that. It works for some people, and it's not my preferred, but if that's the pace that they go at, that was yeah. I know it's a little bit different for every character pairing that you get, and Jake's I think is the most reserved one. She and Tom broke up towards the end of her sophomore year. You spent a lot of time talking to her over the phone and supporting her, but in the end, she agreed it was for the best. She switches major after deciding that being a drama major was ruining her love of acting and manages to graduate on time with a major in economics. She ends up working for a small finance company in Maryland and starts dating a guy she met at her local drama group. They get married after less than 6 months of dating, which raises some eyebrows, but she assures you he's the one. Why not? They start a family together, and she names you godfather of her kids. Aww. The two of you never lose touch. Always make time to see each other. You particularly enjoy spending time with her growing family. Aww. Nick and Hannah break up surprisingly amicably, but to no one's surprise shortly after, returning from winter break. Games are awkward for a while, but the two of them seem to enjoy each other's company enough that things are soon back to normal. Hannah swears off dating, throwing herself into classes instead. She takes on a double, then triple major in mathematics and Japanese. Nick dates a few women through the years, but none of them seem to be serious. Jake tells you he thinks none of them can live up to Hannah or Nick's mind. To Hannah in Nick's mind. Liz and Liz get married in 2008 in a small ceremony at a restaurant near campus. They invite you and you bring Jake along. Jake cries during the ceremony. Oh. And you sit with Dan and James before dinner talking. James sits in the corner with a soda water most of the evening. Strangely though, you think he really enjoys himself. Nate crashes the wedding. We don't like Nate. So I don't care. And he and Dan sneak off to do things in the back. Yeah, of course, I don't care. Liz graduates in 2008, and Liz rushes to finish her master's degree before the two of them move to New York. Liz gets a job designing women's clothes, and Liz takes a job managing a bank. They make their marriage official in 2011, the day after it becomes legal there. Yeah, that's fitting. Dan graduates on time in 2009. His book, 50 Things I Would Do to You, ends up being a hit to everyone's surprise. He moves to New York and continues writing, producing 2 sequels, 50 More Things I Would Do to You and 50 Things I Did to Your Dad. You feel like he's trolling with the last book, but it somehow sells well anyway. He buys a nightclub in the city with his royalties and really seems to enjoy the company and the sex. Ooh. James moves to Los Angeles after graduating to pursue a career in acting. You mostly lose touch with him since he seems to be busy all the time. I can say that now that I'm like more in certain circles, I feel that. You see him on TV one day in a new show that seems to take off overnight. You send him your congratulations and manage to catch him on a day off. It ends up being nice to catch up again, and you're glad things are working out well for him. You moved to San Francisco after graduating with Hannah, Nick, and Jake to form a startup around social media analysis. Your startup miraculously takes off and you're starting to get buyout offers after a year. You eventually have an IPO instead, which is very successful, but all of you agree that you wouldn't give up the job for anything. Ooh. Adam moves to San Francisco after he graduates to attend med school at UCSF. You don't manage to talk much, his schedule being completely crazy. Yeah, bud. I think Draco just like scared himself awake. Carlos follows him, having reluctantly completed his degree in biology a year late. He lands a job in the admissions department of the hospital, needing to work to stay in the States. Unfortunately, despite being in the same city, you never really managed to meet up due to your mutually incompatible busy schedules. The three of you gradually lose touch. Sucks, but happens. You found a collectible silver ring, winning the game, settling down with Jake. A plain-looking wedding ring made of silver. Aww. And that's where I'll save it again. You've collected a diploma from the university that indicates you graduated with a degree in computer science. Orange friendship bracelet. A woven friendship bracelet made of orange thread. Blue friendship bracelet. Same thing but in blue. IPO certificate. A fancy stock certificate from the IPO of your startup company. The end. What a cute Jake. There's more to see and do. Play again and see how different decisions can affect the game. Also check out the sequel, available now. And the sequel after the sequel. Wow. That was fun. That was cute. It was! Yes. And it only took us 4 times. Or 4 different streams. But, yay. Also, that is dead. I love being able to just plug that into a wall. Isn't the future great? Well, thank you everybody for joining in on this. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of the game. And let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. I actually don't think that I'm going to raid out today over on Twitch. The only person that I would feel comfortable raiding out to right now would be Genocide, but he's playing Metal Garden. I feel like we just did that yesterday with him, or last week. Yesterday or last week, I can't remember. So maybe not there. Although, let me check it out real quick. See what's up with it. I mean, it's a first-person shooter game, very different than what we're doing, but I trust Genocide with community. So I think over on Twitch we might go ahead and raid out to him then. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that raid over on. Please tell me that I did that correctly. Over on Twitch. I'm going to end things over on YouTube independently. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Unless you're going to be part of the raid, then I'll see you over in Genocide's stream. So, have a good night, everybody.